Previously on MasterChef Canada, the home cooks ground out their best burgers.
That makes me weak in the knees.
A Canadian-inspired elimination challenge
Beer and apples.
garnered mixed reviews.
Great depth of flavor.
Looks like a snow tire.
But in the end, it was Danny who left the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Big D's out.
Tonight,
Welcome to the iconic distillery district.
the home cooks cater an exclusive art gallery event.
Come on, you guys. I'm the captain of this ship. I don't want to go down with nothing.
The losing team faces a pressure test that's no piece of cake.
Oh, God.
And will send at least one person home.
The only thing tropical about this is a typhoon hit it.
The road to the home cooks' next team challenge is a cobbled one, winding past historic buildings and acclaimed restaurants and galleries.
I'm really excited to be here right now, and I'm just excited what's going to come because I have no idea.
Welcome, everyone, to the iconic distillery district.
Wow.
This is the perfect location for your next team challenge, because today you will be elevating cooking to an art form. You will be catering an exclusive event at Thompson Landry Art Gallery, and the food has to look as good as it tastes.
I have no experience with fancy artwork, so I'm definitely a little bit concerned.
You'll be serving over 100 guests, including some of the country's most prominent artists. Needless to say, their expectations are extremely high.
I've got to serve 100 fancy you-know-whos in an art gallery? Hello?
You cannot let the Thompson Landry Gallery down. This important event cannot be ruined by the food.
For this challenge, you'll be divided into two teams, the red team and the blue team. And each team will have just 2 hours to make and serve exquisite canapes. One hot, one cold, and one sweet.
And don't forget, this art has to be created in volume in a very short period of time.
Dora, as the winner of the last elimination challenge, you're captain of the red team. Danielle, as the runner-up, you're captain of the blue team.
Going into the challenge, I have a few people in mind who I'm going to pick. At the top of my list is Dale and Josh.
I really would like people who've had fancy fine dining experience.
All right, for my first choice, I'm going with somebody that's got a lot of flair and exciting flavors, and pretty on trend, too. My first pick's gonna be Carly.
It's an interesting choice. Danielle, now it's your choice.
My first choice is someone who has a passion for art of food. He has been a server, and I'm sure my choice will surprise a lot of people. My first choice is Dale.
Danielle picks Dale. I really wanted Dale because he is one fancy bitch and I needed him.
Danielle, why do you think that choice would surprise people?
In the last team challenge, Dale didn't do so well as a leader. However, I think he's gonna make a great team member.
The next person I'm gonna pick, I have a lot of respect for their experience and might be my little ace in the hole. I'm gonna choose Mike.
Good choice, buddy. I can rock a tray.
I know you can, sunshine. Look at them abs.
Yeah. My next choice is someone who knows flavor to a T. My choice is Josh.
My other secret weapon, Tamara.
Eric.
Marita, get your fine little buns over here.
Thank you, Dora. Pino. Welcome aboard.
Kayla, Julie, how do you feel about being the last two to be picked?
I haven't got the best reviews in the kitchen. I'll change everyone's mind today.
Kayla, how about you? You've had great reviews.
I'm a little bit surprised, but I think I'm gonna blow this one out of the water. I haven't really got to know Danielle, but I haven't really gotten along with her thus far, and I don't feel like she's gonna give us a chance to shine. So I'm really hoping that I'm on Dora's team.
Dora, you have the final pick.
All right, well, I know who I'm going for. You can't have two Italians in one kitchen. Too much stuff gets done. Julie, you're my girl.
Thank you. I'm always last pick.
I'm actually very happy to have Kayla on my team. I do know that Kayla was a server for several years, and she has proved herself in the kitchen. So welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be on your team.
Thank you.
Maybe people still underestimate me, which really plays into my strategy anyways, because the more people underestimate me, the more I can kick their butt.
During the challenge, we will be observing you in action. and canvassing the guests for feedback.
Ultimately, we will select the winning team. The losing team will face the pressure test, and one of you will leave MasterChef Canada for good.
You have 2 hours to prep, cook, and serve your edible works of art.
Your 2 hours start now.
Each team is responsible for creating over 300 canapes in a catering space near the gallery.
Don't push me, bitches.
But first, they have to decide on the canapes they will make,
Okay, let's start planning.
knowing that each has to be a work of edible art.
Okay, guys, start talking.
I was thinking tuna tartare because it's simple, classic, and we can really spice it up with so many different flavors.
I would say tuna tartare.
Okay, dessert. So dessert.
My strategy is that I'm not going to dictate the menu. I'm going to allow each team member to have some input.
I was thinking baked scallops with a crispy pancetta chip and a beautiful mint or a jalapeno oil.
I really like that.
I think I've done it. It's a good. It's really good. I've done it. Danielle's letting people talk. She is taking ideas. Who knew?
Let this guy cook scallops, 100%. Josh cooks the scallops.
Josh is on scallop.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, we're good.
Blue team's edible art will include tuna tartare on a crispy wonton, bay scallops in a prosciutto cup, and a chocolate raspberry petit four.
Okay, so what do you want to do? We could do a hot Bellini, dill and caviar, like total traditional.
I'm not looking for traditional. We are in an art district right now.
Food as art as a challenge is kind of scaring the crap out of me right now.
Okay, let's not argue about this shit. Let's just figure it out.
The menu plan, I actually thought in my head it was going to be a lot smoother.
Yeah, well, we don't got time.
But then immediately we all kind of start butting heads.
We have the smoking gun.
Let's not fiddle with the smoking gun, please.
No. Okay, guys, let's not lose it in the very first beginning.
This is my neck on the line. I'm the captain of this ship, and I don't want to go down with nothing.
What about the samosas? Do we have tamarind?
You could do an inside-out samosa where you have just a piece of dough and the topping on top.
Yes.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually, red team decides on caviar and creme fraiche on endive, an inside-out samosa, and a spiced orange petit four.
How spicy do we want the samosas?
Not too spicy.
Not crazy. Okay.
I was a little surprised at some of the choices that Dora made, to be honest with you. She had the option of choosing someone like Dale, someone like Josh, who can pull out the rabbit from the hat as far as the refined cooking style.
I think Dora took it personal. And Danielle was very strategic. She chose people that have certain skills in different areas. And I think that's going to give her a great result.
I'm feeling pretty good about this. We've got more of a refined style. We love nice plating, and I think we're a little more familiar with canapes than the red team's going to be.
Okay.
So, Dora,
Yes.
tell me what's going on.
We're doing an inside-out samosa. Tamara's in charge of that bad boy.
Why are you making inside out?
Because we want it to be one bite. A big samosa had too much wrapper and it'd be too doughy. So
Yeah.
we just want to make it still light and presentable.
Wow, fantastic. So you're doing the potatoes.
I am. I'm doing the fillings.
Are you going to remove the peel?
No, we're not going to remove the peel today
Why not?
because that is going to eat up a lot of time. These potatoes are super small and very weirdly shaped.
Oh, I don't know. It's not going to be as refined, you know, if you leave the peel on.
Chef told us our dish is not refined, so I will peel every single baby potato if I have to.
So on the blue team, I did notice they are tasting by committee. Dale, Danielle, Kayla, and Josh seem to be doing all the tasting, which is an interesting approach.
Perfect. It's good, right?
This going on the tuna?
Yeah, I think it's going to be perfect for the tuna.
Over on the red team, all the tasting has fallen to Captain Dora.
I go to taste the samosa, and it's really overpowering. Like, all I'm getting is garlic and ginger. My throat's on fire. That's pretty spicy. I can't screw this up.
Dora's kind of freaking out, but none of the filling or other components are in it.
You have 1 hour left in this cook. 1 hour of cook time.
Okay, so where are we at? Who needs what?
I'm worried that we're not gonna get these things on the plate.
Team, we gotta take a deep breath. This is where we can hoop ourselves. Just let's get focused. Let's do this.
Meanwhile, Pino is preparing a prosciutto base for the blue team's bay scallop canapé.
Our intentions were to have a nice, crisp little cup.
Well, I see Pino putting the prosciutto in a little muffin mold, and they're going to bake that off, I guess, to get it crispy.
I wouldn't advise that. Maybe at a tailgate, but not in a gallery.
And the failing point could be that they are very salty.
And bitter.
Pino, aren't you concerned that prosciutto, when you cook it, becomes a little salty?
We want a little bit of a crunch.
Greasy fingers, maybe for the guests afterwards? This is a bit of a problem here, guys. Danielle?
Sorry?
This is leathery, and it is salty. It could be the biggest problem. I'll leave it with you. Good luck.
Appreciate the input.
I think that's going to be salty enough with the rest of the
No,
components.
it's going to be way too salty. I'm sorry, but that grossed me out. We're not going to be able to get rid of the salt, so I say scrap it. they better figure something out quick.
Hello there, red team.
Hi, Chef.
So what have we got here?
Chef Michael comes by to taste the samosas.
This here is extremely overpowering.
I know that. I have the same concern too.
When he's reiterating my concern about these flavors being too strong,
That would scare me to be eating that.
I'm starting to freak out.
Tamara, look at me. That's very strong for me. So is that going to tone down a bit?
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of trust in Tamara, but if a guest eats this thing and they spit it out, we're done.
That samosa filling is way over the top. It's something I do not want to eat, I don't even want to serve, and it won't go out of this kitchen if they don't fix it.
So what can we do that could go well with a sea scallop?
These prosciutto cups are bad. Food and art lovers aren't gonna appreciate this. I don't think anyone's gonna appreciate this. It's just not edible. Let me think about it. Let me think about it right now.
What about a potato chip? Like a thin potato chip.
Kayla steps up to the plate. She grabs the purple new potatoes, and we have a play on fish and chips. We're going to be serving a bay scallop on a beautiful purple potato chip.
Chips are so much better. They're delicious.
Awesome.
All of a sudden, one of our worst ideas turns into one of our best.
Chef, so you're making potato chips?
I am making purple potato chips. Originally, our plan was to make prosciutto crisps, but
I hear Josh in the background.
I thought this was a great backup. I am really happy with it.
I like it. See, fish and chips.
Exactly.
Good idea. You
Thank
can
you,
name it
Chef.
fish and chips now.
Thank you, Chef.
You, my friend, need to come up with your own ideas, but thank you for loving my idea so much that you wanted to take it. I really appreciate it.
I hope you're going to enjoy it.
I hope I do.
Over on the red team, Tamara continues to adjust the flavors on the samosa filling.
I need you to taste this. It's hot, Polly.
I'm starting to feel a little bit better about the samosa. There's a little ray of sunshine, I hope. Those are delicious.
30 minutes left. 30 minutes before you present your first dish. You should be thinking about final details, presentation, garnish. Have you got it?
Yes, Chef.
The blue team's first canapé, tuna tartare, has a crispy wonton base.
Danielle,
But the team cannot agree on the seasoning.
why aren't we seasoning these?
We've got the seasoning in the fish.
It's a piece of crispy nothing.
The wontons come out of the fryer, and they don't get seasoning.
Some seasoning, something.
The seasoning is in the fish. You don't want to take it away from the fish.
Salt and pepper. It's exactly what we needed.
We're not going to salt them because the seasoning that's going on the tartare is really going to shine through.
What's your worry?
Meanwhile, the red team is having trouble with the creme fraiche for their caviar and endive canapés.
So what have we got here?
It's a creme fraiche with a lemon zest, seasoning, dill.
That is too thin. It'll dribble and get over people's clothes and be a complete mess.
Okay, how are we fixing that then? Yogurt? Greek yogurt. Let's get moving. Come on, you guys. Carly, let's just get it going because we are out of time.
Team captains, you should be wrapping up your main production and thinking about how you're going to present the dishes.
I need somebody over here, hence Carly, to tell me how to plate these things. We've got to have 100 of these things.
Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I'm panicking.
Listen,
Samosas
can you
right
look at me in
now.
my eyes for a
Yes.
second? We need to think of a plan. You need to let me finish my sentence
Yes,
before you
I'm
tell
listening.
me no.
I'm listening to you.
We need to move this down.
Yes.
So that we have more room for these.
Get this samosa shit out of our way. I'm not concerned about this right now.
I'm worried that we're not gonna get these things on the plate.
As the teams scramble to plate their canapés, the Thompson Landry Gallery is filling up with hungry art patrons.
Watch out, guys. Behind.
If it needs to be done, it needs to be done now.
You have 15 minutes left.
How long?
Your 2 service team members have to leave the kitchen now.
Go,
All right, go.
get them.
Okay, guys, let's go. These cakes need to go in the fridge. Go.
And 15 minutes till you have to present your first canapé.
Yes,
We need production stat.
The red team is struggling with their plating, while the blue team is nearly done.
Good evening.
Right now, I'm feeling great. I mean, we executed everything. Our dishes look great. They taste great. I think we've got this one in the bag.
Way to go, blue team.
Final 2 minutes. Things will be coming out of this kitchen in 2 minutes. Come on. Go.
With mere moments to spare,
Go.
blue team servers are out the door with their cold canapé tuna tartare on a crispy wonton.
Julie, stop those tomatoes. Come on over, Rover.
Come on, red team. You have 1 minute left. Come on.
We go to grab our trays, but they've got them on like hotel chafing dishes.
Guys, we don't have service trays?
We have no serving trays.
We're extremely late. Alvin is saying, hurry up. You are not serving them on those trays. He is flipping out.
Hey, come on, red team. Come on.
We gotta tray these on the MasterChef serving trays.
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm gonna screw it up because I put on the wrong frickin' tray.
Come on, red team.
Okay, come on. Alvin's screaming at us right now to get this food out.
5, 4,
It's hashtag chaos.
2, 1. Time to get your first canopy out. Come on, you're late, come on.
Finally, the red team is out the door with their caviar and creme fraiche on endive. While the blue team is already in the gallery serving their tuna tartare on a crispy wonton.
I would have liked maybe a bit of a zip, some sort of maybe a dollop of something that would have brought out some flavors.
The citrus was very nice. I really enjoyed it.
Although the guests' feedback will be taken into account,
It smells nice.
Does smell good.
it's the judges who will choose the winning team in this challenge.
I like it presentation-wise. Simple, eye-pleasing, easy to eat.
There's nothing in it that pops out. There's no ginger. The dressing's very flat, very underseasoned.
I think it needs some freshness.
Some fresh herbs in there.
What it does have is the wonton wrapper has a good crunch to it.
I hit the judges first, okay?
Although the red team is late coming out, they're hoping their cold canapé with caviar and creme fraiche will get a good reaction.
So we've got a little endive boat. It's a crispy shallot. We really wanted to highlight the caviar here.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Happy for you.
I liked it. I'm not a huge endive fan, but it worked well with the caviar, the bitterness versus the salt.
The presentation, the rings like that, it's impressive. It's got volume, it's got texture.
This onion is so strong, it's going to overpower the caviar.
I think they were able to salvage the creme fraiche. It's not as runny.
Okay, let's get those scallops out of the fridge.
Back in the kitchen, the blue team's hot canapé is almost ready to go.
Scallops, tartar, 1 flour in each.
It's a play on fish and chips, seared scallops on a purple potato chip.
Excuse me?
Thank you so very much.
This one was the most representative of the artwork that they're supposed to get inspired by.
And the judges agree.
This is the best looking order so far for me.
I thought the sea scallop was cooked nicely, and the potato was good and crisp. That works.
Because the food must keep on rolling out, the pressure in the kitchen does not let up.
We gotta get our butts in gear.
Let's go. Let's start plating right now, guys. Start plating.
And the red team is catching up.
We are a hot mess, but guess what? This hot mess is putting out some good food.
But they unexpectedly run out of serving options for their hot canapé.
Dora, what do you want the samosas on?
You just please make a choice.
The only vessel left is a small wine glass.
What do you think of this?
It's a little weird.
And in this challenge, presentation is as important as taste.
I cannot put a samosa inside a cup. If it's inside, they have to reach their hands in.
Yeah.
And so I just start putting the cups upside down and plating them on top. That's perfect. It's an inside out, upside down samosa. They're gonna love it. It's innovative.
Inside out samosa on an upside down cup. And they are vegan.
That's fantastic.
This is the one that you were worried about.
I see big smiles everywhere.
That's my kind of dish. It's just balance. Cumin, coriander seed, chili. Everything is just working all together. It's all balanced.
Damn, it was good.
That is a restaurant quality dish.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey guys, I need a hand on this dessert.
With a final push, the sweet canapés from both teams are on their way.
We gotta get that last tray out, guys. Come on, push, push.
Blue team is serving a chocolate raspberry petit four. And the gallery patrons give it rave reviews.
Oh, yes, I love that. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Sweetness perfect, very moist, perfectly done.
There's only one thing wrong with it. There's not enough of it. I need more of that. That's delicious.
And finally, the red team is presenting a spiced orange petit four.
The contrast of the orange and the chocolate, that's such a classic.
Yeah, it's a win. Really nice floral notes with the orange combo.
I like the fact they have some edible flowers on here. It's pretty.
It's a nice way to end a cocktail reception.
Sweet ending.
Good job, guys.
Way to go.
Woo, woo. Good job,
I've tasted everything. It's got the Dora seal of approval. At this point, I'm actually thinking we're gonna win this thing.
They said that this was art on a plate.
With the feedback we get from Dale and Kayla, we really feel like we've just won.
Our canapes are fantastic. I don't even see how the other team is gonna have a chance to beat us.
Good evening, everyone.
But before the judges make their decision, they get feedback from the guests. Did they prefer the blue team's tuna tartare, seared scallops, and chocolate petit four, or the red team's caviar with creme fraiche, samosas, and orange petit four?
How was it? That's the big question.
All blue all the way. Blue brought so much to the night tonight. I really enjoy the blue team tonight. Loved every single thing from them.
I felt Red's treatment of the dishes showed a level of sophistication that Blue just missed.
Oh, really?
So for me, it's Red.
Team Blue. The chocolate raspberry was excellent.
I think it's Team Red for me because of the inverted samosa.
I did enjoy Blue's food better. However, I did enjoy Red's dessert better. So it's going to be kind of a toss-up.
Red team, blue team. You've just served over 100 of the country's most demanding food and art lovers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You all did such an incredible job. You should be very proud of yourselves.
It was a tough challenge, and because both teams did such an outstanding job, our decision came down to just 2 canapes. One was the only offering that missed the mark tonight. The other canapé was the undisputed star of the evening. So just like in the art world, the reviews are in.
And tonight, in this gallery, the best team is the red team.
Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? This plumber girl just made a room full of 100 of the fanciest people happy.
Oh my God, it was your samosa. I was your samosa.
Congratulations, red team. Your samosas were edible masterpieces.
Blue team, your tuna tartare was not as good as everything else.
That means you will be facing the pressure test.
I'm so disappointed right now. I absolutely thought we had this in the bag.
My heart is broken. It was my tuna tartare.
If Danielle would have tasted the tartare mixture, she would have been able to tell in 2 seconds that it needs salt and pepper. She should be going down for this.
It's the day after the Food as Art Challenge, and the blue team faces a pressure test that will send at least one of them home.
I'm definitely worried about being in a pressure test. I would love to save myself, but because the tuna tartare was on my head, I don't feel like it's the right choice.
You were tasked with making beautiful canapes for art patrons at the Thompson Landry Art Gallery. The red team came marginally closer to the food as art objective and are safe from elimination.
Danielle, unfortunately, your team lost the challenge by a single canapé.
To know that we're off by 1 dish, it's painful.
Just a little bit more seasoning in our tuna tartare dish, and we probably would have had this one.
Well, blue team, you're about to face a pressure test that will end with at least one of you going home.
All I can think about is when I'm offered immunity, whether or not I'm going to accept it.
But not all of you are going to have to compete. 2 people will be granted immunity and will not have to cook in this challenge.
And that decision rests with the red team.
Ooh. That's a lot of power to be handing over. I'm a little happy about it because I know who I'm not picking.
Huddle. I know right away that there's no chance I'm getting saved. They're gonna make sure that the 4 strongest cooks are out there.
First things first, I'm keeping who's strong on the floor because I need one of the best cooks to go home. I think Kayla.
No, you're on the wrong board. Okay. I'm a little bit adamant about keeping Eric in because I do think that he is a competitor. Are we agreed? Yes. I don't agree, but I'm the odd man out.
Dora, who is the first member of the blue team that you have decided to save from today's pressure test?
The first person from the blue team that we're gonna save today is Pino.
Good luck, guys.
I got a lot of respect for Pino, but at the same hand, does he cook anything more than Italian? Nope.
Dora, who is the second member of the blue team that you've decided to save
Man alive. We're gonna save Eric.
Eric, please take your apron off and head up to the gallery, please.
I'm super relieved, but at the same time, there's a big feeling of guilt. We all work super hard, and I just feel so guilty that I'm not down there cooking with them. Good luck, Josh.
The red team's very smart. They picked Pino and Eric because they're the weakest two legs.
Now, it's time for the four of you to face the pressure test. You'll be creating a classic MasterChef dessert.
A stunning, delicious cheesecake.
A cheesecake, and my heart sinks. Not excited.
I'm ecstatic. I love cheesecake. I'm very happy.
A rich, creamy filling. A crisp, sweet crust. Perfect balance of texture and flavor. One ingredient overused, and the beautiful balance will be destroyed.
I'm not a baker. I've made it once before, and it didn't really turn out, so I'm freaking out.
And in case you need another reason to do your very best, we have one. The person who makes the best Philadelphia cream cheesecake today will have their recipe featured in a Philadelphia cream cheese magazine ad.
Please head to your stations.
In front of you are 6 ingredients: farm fresh eggs, sugar, vanilla, graham crackers, butter, and Kraft's iconic Philadelphia cream cheese. These quality ingredients are all you need to create a stunning cheesecake. If you fail, it's all on you.
There's also a limited pantry in the equipment room that has additional ingredients in case you want to make your cheesecake stand out from the pack.
You have just 90 minutes. Your time starts now!
Josh, smash! To be perfectly honest, I'm not a baker and I've never cooked a cheesecake, but I've been on the pressure test before and I've battled my way out of it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do today.
To make this cheesecake in 90 minutes, that's a lot of pressure. This is a tough test for them. Some of the pitfalls would be obviously over-baking, under-baking.
Too much air wouldn't be good. Not enough air would not be good either, right? You want that nice, creamy center, almost dense.
And not too high in the oven and not too low, right in the center rack.
There is no way that this cheesecake is sending me home today. Absolutely not.
You have 5 minutes before you should have the cheesecakes in the oven baking.
Oh, yes. Holy shit is right, guys.
Kayla has just pulled out some chocolate. So my concern would be it's starting to get a little too sweet, too heavy.
Everyone else is just gonna do their standard cheesecake, and I really think that taking this risk is either gonna make me or break me. It's good.
Now, I just noticed Danielle was passing her cheesecake mixture through a fine chinois.
That's smart. Get rid of the little connecting tissue with the egg.
Right.
Very smart.
We're at the 15-minute mark. You need to have those cheesecakes in the oven now.
Straight in or on a pan?
On a sheet pan.
No, that extra metal is conducive.
No, put it on the sheet pan.
That cheesecake's worth $100,000.
You have that much extra metal to heat up. Are you kidding me? Thank you, Josh.
Kayla, come on. Put it in the oven, Kayla.
And now we need to see what they do with garnishes.
So it's neck and neck.
Listen, I'm making a passion fruit topping. It's gonna be unbelievable.
You know what I'm interested in is Josh's approach. He does mangoes, he has passion fruit. I think it's gonna be interesting what he does. But you know who I'm worried about? Dale. I think Dale's toppings are gonna look messy. He's got all these different purees. It's gonna look like a mistake.
Rum or bourbon?
Rum.
Stay tropical, man.
Heads up.
So fancy, Josh.
Listen.
Well, he seems to be very relaxed. He's talking to the gallery, he's talking to everyone.
Yeah. Why not cook with fire?
Woo! Ah, it's the flame.
Chef.
Josh.
How are you?
I'm great. More importantly, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, actually. I got my passion fruit going for my topping. It smells amazing. Kind of been wafting it towards the gallery. I think they appreciate that, so I'm feeling pretty good with this right now.
Well, good luck.
Appreciate that, Chef.
Again, I love that limoncello.
Thank you.
Right?
The moment I take my cake out, my heart sinks. My whole entire cheesecake has fallen.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left. Finishing touches, tidying up, getting ready to present.
I go to pull the spring form, and sure enough, it is stuck to that bad boy.
45 seconds remaining. You need to hustle, hustle, hustle.
I gotta get my cake on this plate, but it's stuck. I mean, the thing is basically frozen to the cake pan.
Oh,
Damn it, Josh.
Use the spatula to force it off.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, it's going, it's going.
It's going.
9, 8, 7,
Okay.
6,
I push with all my strength.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Oh, God, that was crazy.
I'm really worried. I've got a pit in my stomach.
Josh's looks the messiest, probably.
Half of his cake is still on his plate.
I think my cake's a disaster, but Kayla's cake looked like a chocolate cake with a little bit of cheese in it.
My cake definitely stands out. That could either be great for me or it could be really, really bad.
I'm actually really happy. It's risen and there's no cracks.
They're all in trouble.
It's time to taste your cheesecakes and find out who will be leaving the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Dale, please bring your cheesecake up.
I don't know what to think as I'm walking up. I know my cake tastes good. I know it may not look good.
Are you happy with the way your cheesecake turned out?
I'm very disappointed. I make cheesecake all the time. It's pretty much my favorite dessert.
It's a generous portion of topping to crust. Very smooth, very creamy. The cream cheese is coming through very nicely. And the contrast of that crust, it eats very well, but doesn't present as well.
I thought you'd made this hundreds of times.
I have, Chef.
You know, I expected so much more from you based on how confident you were going into this competition. Fanned out strawberries are very typical. Everything I've seen from you so far is creative.
Danielle, please bring your cheesecake up here.
It's a limoncello key lime cheesecake.
Oh, looks nice. But taste also counts. Crust is crispy. I get the Philadelphia cream cheese, which I like.
Wow. What do you think of that profile?
It actually looks quite nice.
Doesn't get much better.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
It's actually beyond very good.
Thank you very much, Chef.
Kayla, please bring up your cheesecake.
I'm super stressed out because it doesn't look as pretty as I thought it did, and something as small as that could literally send me home.
Wow. Wow. You did a nice marbling effect. You missed a little bit of crust, though.
Yes, Chef.
But I give you marks for definitely standing out from everyone else. The only thing I'm concerned about here is that you didn't really honor the main ingredient, which is cheese.
I just wanted to do something a little bit different.
Well, if different was your goal, you achieved that.
In a bad way?
In a good way.
Thank you, Chef.
I think my cake looks the worst, hands down.
Josh, would you please bring a cheesecake up?
I'm just hoping that the flavors are gonna speak for themselves. The judges are gonna see that I was trying to be innovative, creative, and take risks.
Look, obviously from its immediate presentation, it's disappointing. The cracks, the way it's slumped, damaged edge. But it holds well. Very good. Have you made cheesecake before?
No, I have not.
That passion fruit, it's quite magical.
Thank you, Chef.
But it still looks disastrous.
I agree. The plating wasn't there, but I wanted to be innovative and use flavors that hadn't been done before, and I'm hoping you're going to see that and taste that with my cake today.
I can understand that you're hoping that.
You think that's innovative?
It's inspired by the art we saw yesterday. It's a little postmodern, you know? Aside from that, the flavors are where the innovation is.
The flavor.
The flavors.
What was it? Tropical?
Tropical.
Tropical.
Absolutely. I think all of my food has been innovative, creative, and delicious. I certainly think this is the same. I think the plating just got away from me in the last minute there.
The only thing tropical about this is a typhoon hit it.
The only thing that can save you right now is how this thing tastes.
Right now, I'm just praying for a miracle. I know my cake's ugly, but at the same time, I think it's pretty delicious.
That was a demanding pressure test, and one of you will be going home. We need a moment to discuss.
For me, there was definitely two.
I'm not sure I agree with that. I think the taste and flavor was no better or worse than any of them up there.
Brutal.
The goal in this pressure test was to create a perfect cheesecake. And some efforts were worse than others.
Danielle, Kayla, please step forward.
Danielle, your cheesecake was the best of the bunch and will be featured in a Philadelphia cream cheese magazine ad.
Thank you very much.
Please remove your apron and you can head up to the gallery.
Thank you.
Kayla, your cheesecake was the second best. Take off your apron, go up there.
Thank you.
My heart is racing like never before. I'm terrified. I can't go home. I'm not done here.
This is such a hard call.
Dale and Josh, it pains us to see you both in this position. You are two of the most promising cooks in this competition. But we have to judge you one dish at a time.
MasterChef Canada can feel like a roller coaster. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. In this test, both of you were down. And one of you is at the very bottom. And that person is... Josh. Josh, you're a very talented cook. You flavored your cheesecake with passion fruit, which is appropriate because you cook with passion and drive.
Thank you.
Don't give up your food dream.
Thank you for the opportunity, chefs. I appreciate it. For me, being here in the MasterChef Canada kitchen just reinforced how much I love doing this and how much I want to cook every day.
The best dish we've had so far.
I don't look back with any regrets. I look back and I smile on everything that's happened.
It's beautiful. It's just stunning.
Every single opportunity I had to cook in front of these three judges showed me that this is what I should be doing. This is what I want to be doing. It's what I love. I love being able to cook. I love being able to share that with people. And that's what I'm going to keep doing.
Josh, who's going to be the first MasterChef Canada?
Chefs, I gotta say, I think Eric's gonna represent Canada as our first Master Chef. He's young, he's got passion, and the guy's a ninja in the kitchen. Knock him dead. Take care, guys.
In terms of this competition, one of the top contenders just got out of the MasterChef kitchen.
This just made all the competitors realize this competition is real.
Josh was a huge contender, and this is gonna really change the competition. A lot of people standing up on the balcony should be worried. I was just in the bottom. It's not gonna be so easy to get me in the bottom next time.
Coming up, The home cooks face an emotional mystery box challenge.
It's not like I left a job, I left my life.
Now.
And the toughest elimination challenge yet. Who brings out the home cook's best?
You continue to raise the bar.
And worst.
I don't even want to try it.
It is blue raw.
Don't argue.
Hopefully this ends her home.
I'm gonna kill it today, and then I'm going after him.
Previously on MasterChef Canada.
Welcome to the iconic distillery district.
The home cooks catered an exclusive art gallery event.
I'm the captain of this ship. I don't want to go down with nothing.
In the end, Danielle's blue team crumbled and faced a demanding pressure test.
The only thing tropical about this is a typhoon hit it.
That, in a shocking outcome, sent Josh home. Tonight, an emotional mystery box inspires passionate cooking.
It's not like I left a job, I left my life.
And the remaining home cooks face the toughest elimination challenge yet.
You continue to raise the bar.
As they battle for a spot in the top 10.
I don't even want to try it.
Now we have 11 people have a 1 in 11 chance of winning $100,000, plus the title. It's crazy.
Failure's not an option, really. I went all out, quit my job, and I really, really need to win this.
One bad day and bye-bye apron.
Welcome back, everyone. There are 11 of you left, each with a chance of winning the title of MasterChef Canada. It's time for your Mystery Box Challenge.
This next Mystery Box Challenge presents a golden opportunity.
Win this mystery box, and you gain control of the competition. Lose, and someone else will have your fate in their hands.
I don't want to go home. So if I win this, then I'm automatically safe from elimination.
11 of you stand before us right now. By the end of the day, there will be at least one less home cook in this competition.
Those of you left standing will be the top 10 finalists in MasterChef Canada.
Top 10 in Canada is huge.
Are you kidding me? Top 10 MasterChef Canada? Yeah, it's a big deal.
Eric, what would you like to see under that box beside a first aid kit?
I have so much to prove. The judges are really watching me now. I didn't finish the last mystery box. They think I'm careless. I cut my finger.
Ready?
I have the mystery box in my fingertips. Something crazy is gonna happen.
On the count of 3. 1.
This mystery box could have absolutely anything inside.
2.
I'm hoping to see my kid, but the box is too small.
3 left.
I lift the mystery box, and there's mini Eric.
Oh, look how cute I am.
Oh, hey, it's the prima ballerina.
I was not expecting to see him underneath this mystery box. I'm proud of that 16-year-old in the picture because he was fearless. I came out in a community where people don't come out in.
Pino, why are you crying?
Just reminds me of my boys. They look a little bit like me, and it's been a while, so I miss them a little bit. Sorry.
It's not like I left a job, I left my life, I left my world. That's all I know is my boy. Sorry. Just miss them.
Tamara, what's going through your mind?
Just remembering my dad. He was really big into food and the culinary world, and that's what I'm going to channel for today for sure.
They're wonderful emotions. You should embrace it.
I'm going to put it into the food today.
That's a great strategy.
Take a good look at your younger self. What was that dish that triggered your passion for cooking so long ago?
We want your photograph to inspire an irresistibly original dish that tells us something about you.
Be smart, be innovative, and cook from your heart.
But don't spend too much time walking down memory lane. You only have 60 minutes to make your dish. You have full access to the equipment room, but only 5 minutes in the pantry. Ready? Your 60 minutes starts now!
The dish I'm making today is ossobuco, veal shank. It really reminds me of growing up on the farm, butchering our own meats.
Anybody grab rosemary? I grabbed lavender by accident. Fuck.
This baby picture of my twin sister and I reminds me of us pretend cooking in our backyard and picking little baby mangoes.
For me, one of my earliest childhood memories is my mother making creme caramel. And my brothers and I would run around, grab teaspoons, and scrape that little bit of caramel that was left in the bottom.
You know, but what would you do?
Peanut butter and banana. Wrap the banana in bread and sear it. Probably a peanut parfait with it. Some type of a jelly.
I'm making take on chopped liver. Was my dad's favorite Jewish dish. He would be so proud of me today. He would be just ecstatic that I was here. Very emotional day. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a braised goat on a roasted garlic mash with crispy kale. But my dad loves goat, so I think he'll dig this dish. So I hope when he's watching this, he'll be like, oh, I like it, ballsy move, son. I'm just gonna be doing it in a pressure cooker. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Well, I can tell you, I wouldn't be using a pressure cooker.
You can't see, touch, and taste the cooking process. And that's high risk when you've got 60 minutes to do a dish.
So I'm making char siu tong ho, which is pretty much barbecue pork and soup noodles. Ooh. And then I'm gonna make a pork broth with some spinach.
I'm making curried shrimp, roti, sliced avocados, and a pepper chutney. Definitely reminds me of my twin sister.
You have 30 minutes left. Pino, what's going on?
I'm making some homemade gnocchi, and I have some breaded veal cutlet. Reminds me of my mom. Fettine, we call them, like breaded veal. That's one of our staples as we were kids.
I wish I had a mom like that. I ate instant noodles, that's all I ever ate.
Good old mac and cheese.
Good old mac and cheese, yeah.
That was a staple at home, was it?
Growing up, my mom raised me, single mom. We didn't have a lot of money. I ate a lot of mac and cheese. So yeah, today I'm making a fancy one.
So how are you going to be elevating your mac and cheese?
I'm gonna pay homage to my roots and show how far I've come since then.
What have you got in there, bay leaf?
I've got bay leaf, a touch of tarragon, salt, pepper, and some bacon.
That's smart.
Thank you.
Got some good flavor there.
Thank you, Chef.
Just check on the seasoning, huh?
Absolutely.
Hey, Mike, this looks delicious. Potatoes. Wow. Those are incredible.
Thank you.
Very nice. What are you making here?
So I've got a braised goat.
Wow.
I just took the pressure cooker off now.
Have you ever used a pressure cooker before?
Yeah, just once or twice.
Wow. You think this is a little tough? If I were you, I would
throw it back
this.
on?
Yep. That worries me. All right.
Thanks, Chef. Thanks for the heads up there.
20 minutes left.
You have 20 minutes left.
Do you have any flour?
Yes, some right there, right there.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, Chef.
Now, this is a typical Chinese kitchen. And then I see, pressure cookers not use a lot of Chinese cuisine. What's in the broth?
My grandpa always does pork and spinach broth.
Well, I never had pork and spinach broth, so that's a very unusual combination for Chinese broth.
He always does it, and I love it.
Make sure you have my chopsticks ready, okay? Thank you.
I'm putting the liver through the chinoise so that way it's not grainy. And so when it comes out, it's a nice smooth pate instead of grainy liver pieces.
Apple's going to the onions to give a bit of sweetness to chopped liver?
You got it.
Okay.
And I'm finishing off with a sherry vinegar and some sherry wine.
Wow, and the pork.
Yeah.
I like it, lots of alcohol. Is that the homage to your father?
Yes. Yes, Chef.
What are you making here?
I am making curried shrimp with roti.
Have you cooked with shrimp before?
Yes.
That's delicious. Wow, that is hot.
Yes, I didn't put that much in it.
Holy.
10-minute time check. 10 minutes remaining.
I gotta get some color in here. I gotta get my gnocchi in and into the pan. There's a few things that could go really wrong here.
How is Pino's gnocchi?
Prefer a bit more sauce, but other than that, I think he's doing well. I can't wait for you guys to try Marita's dish.
But it looks like a very small portion, so I hope I'm going first.
Pasta, I'm just cutting now. And then I gotta boil it. Oh, man. Yeah, I got a lot to do in a little bit of time.
5 minutes left. You have 5 minutes remaining.
Come on.
Uncooked.
I'm okay, because it is fairly simple. It all comes together, and then it's just really a couple of bit of blowtorching after that, and I'm really comfortable with Oh, that was close.
1 minute.
The home cooks have just moments to spare in a mystery box inspired by their childhood photos.
Finishing touches should be going on the plate, wiping down, and final checking.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads up!
I'm really happy with how my dish turned out. I'm actually, for once, like, super proud and just super confident with my dish.
The judges will now take one last look at the dishes before selecting the 3 best for tasting.
It looks good. I would actually see myself ordering that in a restaurant.
The winner of this mystery box will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge that will determine who makes it into the top 10 of MasterChef Canada.
They should call me for the top 3 because the sauce is super tasty and the goat is nice and tender.
Today, you were inspired by your childhood memories, and there were some great results. The first dish we want to see was made by a home cook who wanted to honor their background. They made the kind of hearty comfort food that leaves people wanting more. Pino, please bring your dish up.
It's a tribute to my mom, my memory as a kid, and it looks perfect, and I'm sure it tastes even better.
Pino, tell me what the dish is.
Growing up, we had so many veal cutlets. Watched my mom make gnocchi. She made everything from scratch. We're Italian. We always made a lot of pastas, and that was one of my favorite things watching her make.
The veal scallopini. Lightly breaded, pan-fried. Nicely cooked peas, the veal scallopini, seasoned to the T. Well done, Pino.
Thank you very much.
Are we gonna be short and sweet? I wish I had your mother, too.
Thank you very much, Chef.
The second person who made it into the top 3 showcased perfectly cooked protein with gorgeous aromatic sides. Marita, please bring your plate up.
While I cooked this dish, I put a lot of love into it. I really thought of my family. Curry and seafood is what I grew up on. And it reminded me of my sister because she cooks like a Trinidadian grandma, also like my mom.
The avocado, I guess, is designed to cool everything down a bit.
Yes, nice and creamy.
And it works. This is, to date, the best dish I've had. It's incredible.
Oh,
you could have this in a restaurant anywhere.
Oh, wow.
I want the recipe.
Yes, thank you, Chef.
I think I should do this the right way, on the roti, right?
Yes, that's
Which
right.
is nicely done.
No forks allowed.
No forks allowed, that's right. Well, I'm in love.
Thank you, Chef. It's such a big compliment.
The third dish was exactly what we have been waiting for from this home cook. It shows where they're from and what they have learned. And we hope it's the beginning of more great things from this person. Please step forward. Eric.
This is absolutely the dish that I'm most proud of. It represents my background, shows my skill, and it honors my grandpa fantastically.
Eric, what's the inspiration?
This is a classic dish my grandpa always made for me, and he's mostly my inspiration. It's char siu tong mian, which is Chinese barbecue pork soup noodles.
Grandpa taught you well. You did all this from scratch in 1 hour.
Yeah.
好食，好食。
唔該晒。
It's the kind of broth that my mother would say would warm the cockles of your heart. This you learned from your grandfather, you say?
Yeah, barbecue pork recipes is.
When you see your grandfather next, I'd like you to tell him that he should be very, very proud of his grandson.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Well done.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you.
We need a moment to consult. It's great to see some dynamic, fresh flavors.
Everything just hit that mark. It was balance, it was technique.
I would put them both dishes as equal.
So we all agree.
3 outstanding dishes, inspired by your childhood memories.
I want to be Canada's first master chef. Every dish that I put out helps me progress to that.
But only one can win this mystery box challenge.
I know this is the top dish. It has the flavor, it has the technical difficulty, and it has the innovation.
The winner of this challenge, the cook that right now has the competitive advantage.
I know I did really well. Is it good enough to win? I think so.
Is Eric.
Boy. Thank you so much, chefs. I won the most important challenge in this competition yet, so I'm pretty stoked.
Eric, for winning the mystery box, you will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge. Please follow us into the MasterChef Canada pantry.
A little disappointed it wasn't me. Obviously, I really wanted to win. But then I look at Eric, and he's a great cook.
As the winner of the mystery box, Eric now has the other home cook's fate in his hands, as he gets to choose the ingredient or style of cooking that everyone must use.
Eric, congratulations.
Thank you, Chef.
You get a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge.
You won't be cooking today. And it means you are now in the top 10.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Chef.
Usually, this involves us showing you 3 very special ingredients. But today, there's only one.
An Alberta beef cow.
Wow. A big culinary trend today is nose-to-tail eating. That means using every part of the animal.
The brain, the most difficult to work with. If undercooked, totally mushy and inedible. The tongue. The challenge here is removing the skin.
Bone marrow, one of my personal favorite. The tomahawk steak, bone-in ribeye. Every chef would like to get their hands on this. But sometimes simple things can be tricky.
The flank steak. If you cut this piece of meat when it's still hot, it will bleed everywhere. Let it rest. Kidneys, easy to mess up. Oxtails you'll find in many, many different cultures. The wonderful thing about oxtails is that they absorb flavor.
Liver, slice it thin, classic liver and onions.
Sweetbreads, if overcooked, can turn bitter. Beef cheeks, my favorite. Moist, tender, and succulent when cooked to perfection.
Your second advantage gives you an extraordinary level of control. You get to decide which cuts each of your fellow competitors will have to cook with today.
Awesome.
So Eric, what are you thinking?
I definitely know which 2 I want to send home. They're getting the beef tongue and brains for sure.
Please match each home cook's name with the part of the cow you're going to be choosing for them. 10 very important decisions that will determine who will be joining you in the top 10 of MasterChef Canada. Because Eric won the Mystery Box Challenge, he will not be cooking and is safe from elimination.
Oh, goody.
That means Eric is now in the top 10 of MasterChef Canada. In the pantry, we gave Eric some important strategic choices to make. There are 10 different proteins in the pantry. They vary in size, they vary in flavor, and they vary in the trouble in which they can cause you in the kitchen.
They all come from one animal, an Alberta cow. You're gonna be cooking nose to tail today.
Nose to tail, I have no idea what that means. If it was lips and assholes, I know I'd be making hot dogs.
Eric has decided which part of the cow you will be working with today. Eric chose very carefully.
I'm slightly nervous. I've hung out with Eric a bit, so I'm sure he knows what my strengths and weaknesses are.
You have 90 minutes to make us a dish featuring the cut that Eric chose for you. Your 90 minutes start now.
At the end of this challenge, at least one home cook will be eliminated, while the top 2 cooks will be team captains in the next field challenge.
I go into the pantry, and there I see it. I see liver. I just hate that smell. Like, come on.
Oh, oxtail. Oh, boy.
Sweetbreads! I thought I really had it bad with the kidneys until I touched the tongue. It was so gross.
I have no clue why Eric would target me. Maybe he thinks I'm his competition.
I got a brain.
I want to see Kayla cook brains. I want to see if she has what it takes.
I make him cook dessert. He gives me brains. We're not even at all.
Eric gives me beef cheeks. I didn't even know you cooked with the cheeks of a cow. I think he intended to be good to me. Bet you he loves beef cheeks.
If I was cooking, I would want to use the beef cheeks.
Eric gives me the tomahawk steak. I think it's a gift.
I grew up on a farm and grew up cooking steak, so it's kind of in my blood.
Dale is probably going to overthink this.
I don't think I'm going home on this today for sure. And I would be very embarrassed if I did.
I've worked with bone marrow before, just making sure that I manage my time wisely.
Eric gave me the flank steak, which is probably like the easiest cut of meat to cook.
And normally I'd cook like chicken livers at home, but like, that's a big friggin' piece of liver.
Some people are actually butchering the meats. Mike, come on, man. He was cutting like steaks of liver, and you should never do that.
You know, for me, this is like a Chinese stream. We are famous for nose to tail. I would eat everything. I practically have eaten everything. I would love to do the sweetbread.
What would you do to elevate it?
What I do in Hong Kong is actually, I serve it with oyster. So it's like a Chinese surf and turf.
Today I am making a beet salad and I'm serving it with a beef tongue. I'm gonna cook it in a pressure cooker. I've made a bit of a broth here with some onions, carrots, celery, sherry, and a little bit of beef broth. I have no clue what tongue tastes like, and I'm assuming because I tried to get this peel off, I can't get it off, so I think I have to cook it.
If I was going to be working with the tongue, it's going to take a while to cook. Lift it out, peel it whilst it's hot, because that's the best way, the best chance to get that skin off. I would take some of the poaching broth, simmer it down, add a little bit more of the fresh herbs, and create a little bit of sauce, and just serve it warm.
45 minutes.
I'm gonna make a cheeky beef stew today. I don't have hours of time to do it, so I'm gonna use a pressure cooker.
So I'm making oxtail. I'm gonna make it a Jamaican style because that's the only way I've ever had it. I've had the pleasure of going to Jamaica with my wife. We've had it there. If everything goes according to plan, this dish will get me into the top 10.
You know, the biggest thing about brains, I think, is probably cleaning them well. So I've cleaned them, and now I'm soaking them in some buttermilk. Eric assigns me the brain. It just fuels me to get through this challenge.
Whenever you underestimate Kayla and you give her something difficult, she really steps up to the bar and really proves herself.
I'm gonna kill it today, and then I'm going after him. So he better watch out.
30 minutes.
The home cooks are feeling the pressure in a nose-to-tail elimination challenge.
I'm not cooking. I'm going to be immune from elimination. I can't believe that I actually made top 10. Feels fantastic.
They have just 90 minutes to create a stunning dish using a variety of Alberta beef cuts.
Nose-to-tail cooking, nothing goes to waste. Not even the brain.
At the end of this challenge, at least one home cook will be sent home.
That's all I can give you, baby.
Thank you, that's fine. I should breeze through this because I have the easiest cut out of everybody.
Hello, Chef.
Dale. So Eric gave you the plum cut. Tell me how you're cooking it.
I made my own spice mixture here.
You did? What's in the spice mix?
Salt, black pepper, white pepper, garlic powder, rosemary, and thyme.
Fairly generic.
It's very generic, but I don't like to mess with meat. So I like to actually taste the flavor of meat and just enhance it a little bit.
And the cooked degree?
I am hoping for medium rare.
You're hoping for medium rare?
I'm hoping for medium rare.
And what's in the pan?
It's going to be red wine braised leeks.
Good luck with it and watch the time.
Thank you so much,
Keep
Chef.
an eye on that chop.
I'm making a marinated flank steak with chimichurri, grilled corn, salad.
I'm nervous that it's going to be under-seasoned.
Hello, Marita.
Hi, Chef. How are you today?
What are you doing?
I am making a masala kidney.
What are you doing here?
I'm just testing out a piece to see how it cooks.
That's a good idea. It's all curry, spices.
Well, with the kidneys, I figured, you know, it needed something kind of strong.
You're looking more and more like a one-trick pony.
Danielle, how are you?
Hello.
You look nervous.
I am. I've never cooked a beef tongue and I've never used a pressure cooker. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know anything about it. I'm hoping what's under here is absolutely amazing.
Sounds like you might be going home.
I don't know. Eric probably got me on this one, to be quite honest.
Well, you still have time to turn this around. Good luck.
Thank you.
Looks like a little brain surgery going on
I've
here.
never cooked it before. I've never eaten it before.
Tell me how you're preparing it, what the plan is.
So what I did is I soaked it in buttermilk for about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to deep fry it and dust it with a bit of salt.
Buttermilk will help draw out that blood. It
Yes.
also helps keep it nice and white. So you're going to toss them in what before you fry them?
Some flour that has a little bit of cayenne, a mustard powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper.
Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Well, let's hope.
Maybe you're going to have to thank Eric
Yeah, no kidding,
for dealing
eh?
your brain.
Brain nuggets.
You have 15 minutes left.
Julie has one of the easiest proteins to cook here, and she's struggling with it.
She looks lost. She's looking at things, prodding, poking. It's as if she's doubting her every single move.
Should I be cutting my meat?
I'm not trying to send her home, but she just gets frazzled by anything.
Dora is the one who is really struggling here. She was standing around, pacing up and down, waiting for her cheeks to cook.
I'm waiting on my pressure cooker. I'm freaking out right now.
She seemed to have nothing else to work on.
Cook, you bastard, cook.
I'm very concerned about Danielle.
She lost a lot of time on trying to peel the underside of the tongue, which didn't need it.
1 minute. You should be plating.
Shoot. I have so much shit going on.
I think the steak is good enough to get me into the top 10.
Finishing touches on those plates, please. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads up.
I decided to go a little on the rarer side compared to the medium rare side. I don't know what the judges are going to say about it, but I'm happy with it.
Oh, I'm making it in the top 10. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying, for sure.
Marita, please bring up your dish.
I am not a one-trick pony. I'm not ready to go home today.
Can you tell me what it is?
An Indian-inspired masala beef kidney with rice and some dal.
You've cooked kidneys before?
Never.
You managed to have the kidney come through quite well.
Okay, Chef.
Presentation looked very nice. Not a bad attempt for a first time with kidneys. As good as this is, I would have liked to have seen something just outside of your comfort zone using Indian flavors and Indian spices.
Okay, Chef.
I didn't think Scotch bonnet to go with kidneys. I don't think it's innovative.
Dale, you're up next.
The dish today is spiced tomahawk steak with parsnip stuffed leeks and tricolor French fries.
Dale, you told me you were going to cook this medium rare. This is raw. It is blue raw.
It registered 127 in 3 different places.
I don't care what it registered. There's nothing magical here. There's no sauce to dip the steak in. There's no jus. It's uninspiring.
First of all, don't argue.
Yes, Chef.
Nobody eats ribeye this thick, rare.
Emotionally and mentally, this is the lowest I've been so far.
Julie, please come up. What do we have here?
A marinated flank steak with a chimichurri, and then I did fried potato skins, and then I did a corn and avocado salad.
So this you meant to cut through, I guess? But you didn't? It's all one piece? Okay, let me do the cutting for you. Well, the meat's cooked very nicely. You have some nice color there. There's good qualities about it. This is delicious. But the star of the show here, it's under-seasoned. When you first described your cooking to us, you described how much passion you have. I'm not sure we've seen that yet.
Mike, please bring up your dish.
I want so badly to get in the top 10. You don't want to be number 11. Liver and onions on a bed of cauliflower puree.
Had you sliced the liver thin and then pan-fried it, it would have held up much better. But I find the cauliflower puree very under-seasoned and wet. Thank you, Mike.
It looks, oh my God. Look at that.
Yeah. Why does it turn that color, chef?
Because you're not supposed to fan it out. It oxidizes. I don't even want to try it. I know what it's going to taste like.
Sorry, chef.
Please go back to your station.
Kayla, please bring up your dish.
I am feeling really good. Everything on the dish is looking pretty damn good.
Kayla, can you tell me all that's in your dish, please?
Crispy fried cow's brains with grilled polenta, sauteed mushrooms, and then a little bit of arugula.
Sounds good.
So nervous.
Personally, I think you had the toughest ingredient to work with. This is not a perfect dish. The polenta is under-seasoned. The brains, though, are cooked to a T.
Thank you, chef.
You continue to raise the bar.
So what I am expecting is crispy calf brain with velvety, smooth center. You know, that's what I get. Eric chose the brain, especially for you, because I think he thinks you lack some. You can tell him from me, you're wrong.
You're wrong. So there.
No, she's not going to be in the bottom, which is unfortunate.
I am absolutely the cook to beat because I can make brains perfectly.
Danielle, please come up here with your plate.
Beef tongue that was cooked in a beef and sherry broth, and I paired it with a roasted beet salad.
Why didn't you integrate the tongue into the salad?
I don't know, I was a little stumped, honestly. I never planned on cooking tongue. Ever.
Tongue is delicious.
Thank you.
I think that you don't have any real confidence. If you change that, I think you'll do really well.
Pino, your turn.
What I made is oxtail. I cooked it in the pressure cooker, and I have some basmati rice. I figured I'd go, Jamaican with it.
How much time did you spend in Jamaica?
2 weeks I've been in Jamaica.
I wonder what would happen if you spent more time there. Because this is a very good dish.
Thank you very much, Chef.
I'm happy to see that you are doing something other than Italian.
Thank you very much, Chef.
Dora, you're up next.
Oh, God.
Getting on a top 10 ain't easy. No one said it was. Tough crowd today.
Ooh.
I didn't know really what to do with cheek, so usually what I do with tough cuts of meat is I make stew.
I want to like it. It just looks like barf. Well, it comes apart nicely. There's no flavor in the meat.
I've never cooked with cheek before.
It's disappointing.
Sorry to disappoint, Chef.
The color, it's so unappetizing.
Yeah.
Totally underseasoned.
Yeah.
It is surprising how much seasoning you need when you are braising or stewing. This won't cut it.
It actually looked like somebody ate it already and spat it out.
We need a moment to discuss who will be leaving the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
I tell you, there's only one dish for me.
I thought it was innovative. I thought it was creative.
I had no idea the liver would oxidize.
It's a tough one. For today's elimination challenge, Eric was presented with an entire Alberta beef cow.
There were two dishes that did impress. The first dish was hearty and satisfying. Congratulations, Pinot.
The runaway winner in this elimination challenge was Kayla.
Thank you.
You're both safe from elimination, and you'll be the team captains in our next team challenge.
Unfortunately, there were many more dishes that did not do justice to the beautiful Alberta beef parts that you were given. And we've singled out the 3 worst. Please step forward. Mike.
Dora.
Dale.
You don't make it past you getting your food called barf.
Having one of the 3 worst dishes makes me feel ashamed and disappointed of myself.
Eric gave 3 of the easiest parts to the 3 of you. And you annihilated them.
Mike, please step forward. Your liver looks so bad that Claudia wouldn't even try it. Please take your apron. And yourself back to your station. You're safe.
Thank you, chefs. I apologize.
You've been given another chance.
The only reason I'm here is because 2 people screwed up their dishes more. And it's obviously not a great feeling.
Dora and Dale, this is a really tough decision. Dora, you at least understood that your dish was not up to par. Dale, you, on the other hand, questioned our expertise and defended a dish that failed in every regard. This, however, is a competition based on skill, not attitude. We made our decision based on the worst dish, and that belonged to Dora. Dale, please go back to your station.
Dora, your son encouraged you to enter MasterChef Canada.
Yep.
Devin J wanted the rest of the country to see what he already knows. That you're a great home cook. You've shown him that.
Thank you very much. Excuse me for this opportunity. And it was a great time. Thank you.
You did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Please come up here and say goodbye.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I am so proud of the food that I've cooked in this kitchen. It's leaps and bounds from what I started off when I first started this journey here.
You should not be a plumber.
Thank you so much. Mommy got her white apron.
The red team.
I'm most proud of myself for following my dream.
Dora, who's going to win MasterChef Canada?
Marita's pretty dangerous. Keep her going, Spice Queen. Take care, guys. Dora the Destroyer has left the building. Peace out, dudes.
Next time.
We brought you to this military base for a unique mission.
Come on, guys, this is for the troop.
In an epic team challenge.
Oh boy, here they come.
We got to get these barbecues filled with steaks.
The top 10 cook for 151 Canadian heroes.
Come on, you're too slow. Look at that line.
And back in the MasterChef Canada kitchen, the gloves come off.
I'm not doing that.
This is what we're doing now.
You are so two-faced, it's disgusting.
Wow.
Kayla's now dead to me, and there's no coming back from it.
Previously on MasterChef Canada, a special mystery box stirred the cook's emotions.
It's not like I left a job, I left my world.
While a nose-to-tail elimination showed who had the brains.
You continue to raise the bar.
And whose food lacked guts.
Oh my God.
And in the most heartbreaking elimination yet, Dora
It was a great time.
was sent home.
You're one of a kind, Dora.
Take care, guys.
Tonight,
We brought you to this military base for a unique mission.
Where's my team?
in an epic team challenge.
Oh boy, here they come.
You're nowhere near having these steaks seasoned.
The top 10 will cook for 151 Canadian heroes.
Come on, guys, this is for the troop.
And back in the MasterChef Canada kitchen, the gloves come off.
I'm not doing that.
This is what we're doing now.
You are so two-faced, it's disgusting.
Wow.
Kayla's now dead to me, and there's no coming back from it.
It's daybreak, and the top 10 home cooks are arriving at Canadian Forces Base Trenton for the next team challenge.
It's like 4:30 in the morning, and we pull up to the most amazing place. Like, I have no idea what's gonna happen today.
Wow, this is amazing. There's an unbelievably huge plane approaching. Wow. This thing is so big, it's just towering over us.
It's so cool.
I'm not sure if this is MasterChef Canada or Top Gun.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm honored to introduce to you Colonel David Lothian.
Welcome to 8 Wing, Canadian Forces Base Trenton, the heart of Canada's Air Mobility Forces. Today, on behalf of the Canadian Armed Forces, I wish you success with your challenge.
Thank you, Colonel Lothian. We brought you to this military base for a unique mission.
In just 2 hours, you will be feeding 151 Canadian heroes.
Wow.
Wow. Kayla, you seem quite moved to be here. What's going on?
I'm just thinking about my grandfather. He fought in the war, and I just wish he was here to be able to see this. I just really want to win this challenge today. I'm going to give it everything for him, so
You have a great opportunity to make him proud.
thank you.
Here are the rules of engagement. Each team will have 2 hours to prepare and cook a delicious 12-ounce Canadian ribeye steak. Wow. Served with a beautiful sauce and 2 side dishes. The soldiers will taste both teams' dishes and vote for the best. The team with the most votes will win this challenge.
Think carefully about your strategy, because the losing team face a fearsome pressure test that will send one of you home.
Kayla and Pino, you had the best dishes in the last challenge. So you are the red and the blue team commanding officers. Come and get your aprons.
Nice. Thank you.
Kayla, you had the best dish, so you get first choice.
Okay. The first person I'm going to pick, I really feel like they have a fire burning inside them to prove themselves and to redeem themselves, especially with steak. So for that reason, I am going to pick Dale.
When she picks Dale, I really had to question her intelligence.
Steak.
Like, why would you do that? Do you want to lose again?
As captain of the blue team, who do you choose first?
The first person I choose, she has a lot of confidence, is a great home cook. I choose Carly.
The next person I'm gonna pick has really surprised me throughout this competition, so I'm picking Danielle.
I choose Tamara.
Julie. Julie is definitely a strategic pick for me because if we do end up getting in a pressure test, I know I can beat her.
Who are you choosing next?
The next person I pick is very intelligent, works with heart. He's beyond his years. I choose Eric.
Kayla, your next choice is a choice for both teams.
Oh, this is tough. I'm going to choose Marita.
I get picked last.
Mike, you're the last one standing. How does that feel?
Well, I think after that liver I served you guys the other day, I can understand that.
We want this lunch to show our troops how grateful we all are for their service. So it needs to be perfect.
Your 2 hours starts now!
In today's team challenge, the home cooks have to prepare a hearty steak dinner for 151 troops. But first, they have to master an entirely new cooking environment, the military field kitchen.
What's this? I need help here, somebody.
There's no kettles with boiling water. There's a pot in a locked oven that you pull out full of water. It's giant. It's nothing like the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Guys behind you with the knife.
So they've got the real deal here. These are real Canadian field kitchens.
I mean, this is not luxury by any stretch of the imagination. So really, I think at the end of the day, the exercise here is really to bring out who has the strongest leadership.
Hey, where's my team?
I think this test is going to really separate the home cooks from the chefs.
Okay, guys.
The first test of Kayla and Pino's leadership
What do we do? Okay.
is deciding what sauce and 2 sides they'll serve with their steaks.
One thing that I was thinking is that we're gonna do the Brussels sprouts with the balsamic glaze. I wanna cut the potatoes into quarters. We could roast them off with some shallots, olive oil, and the bacon fat.
We have beautiful liquid smoke in there also.
That liquid smoke is junk.
Okay, so we know what we're doing, guys? Yeah. You're on potatoes, you're on marinating steaks, go.
On the blue team,
Anybody for canned beans? No. No? No?
Pino is taking a more democratic approach.
I'm gonna cook off that couscous, there's lots of it, and I'm gonna put all those mixed vegetables inside the couscous.
Okay.
Say what you need to say now.
I don't think couscous and grilled vegetables goes with Brussels sprouts, bacon, and barbecue sauce.
You like it?
I like it.
Do you like it? We all like it. I know you disagree with it, but we have to go with a little bit of the majority here then, okay?
Talking about food, what would you be doing?
For me, I would just stick with a simple steak and a very nice sauce, but simple steak because you want it to be nice and tender. If you start to do fancy things with it, it's going to go dry.
I totally agree. I'd be looking at something like collard greens or kale, stewed down, add some bacon to it. It has to be homey, hearty, and really, really tasty.
The blue team is pairing their steak with a vegetable couscous salad and Brussels sprouts. Over on the red team,
You guys, we don't want to be in that pressure test.
they're serving their steaks with Brussels sprouts and bacon hash, roast potatoes, and a barbecue sauce, which is already causing some controversy.
Should I put this whole bottle? No. We should have waited on that. Anything acidic should go into the onions.
I never do it that way, but
No?
Everything I suggested, Danielle denied.
I'm putting some soy sauce in there.
No, because we got brown sugar molasses.
I just don't think she knows how to make a good barbecue sauce.
Kayla,
What's up?
the sauce needs some flavor. Like, I feel like it needs a little acid, or even the Dijon would be nice in there.
Dijon. I think I'm okay with that. But let me get a group opinion. Dale?
What?
A little bit of Dijon in the sauce, is that okay?
Yes, Dijon's fine.
Julie, are you okay with that?
Yeah, very little, though.
Very little. Danielle, a little bit?
I can't agree to put Dijon in a barbecue sauce.
Okay, then we're not doing it. If we can't get a group consensus, we're not doing it.
Come on, because one person didn't want it, it didn't go in.
Come on, guys, stay focused.
Over on the blue team, their barbecue sauce is also a sore point.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
it needs a little sweetening.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just take that acidic edge off of it.
Totally. We need help on the sauce, Tamara.
Okay.
Chef Michael says it's acidic.
Yeah, but I've made this 100 times. Once we...
In this size?
Yep, like in these same components, yeah.
In this size?
Not
this size is completely different. And you're downstairs grilling soon, so it's gonna have to be done soon.
60 minutes has elapsed. You have now 60 minutes left to cook 151 steaks for some very hungry troops.
All right, what do we have in here?
A barbecue sauce.
That tastes raw. Wow. I would speed this up. Higher heat, divide it into 2 pans going at the same time and reduce that right down. Otherwise, you're gonna have just tomato sauce on top of a steak, and I wouldn't want to eat that.
Claudio told us what we already knew. We were not off to a good start.
Okay, what's going on, guys? What was the feedback? Danielle, can we fix this, yes or no, or are we botching it?
Let's hear a woo-wah!
Both teams are preparing steak dinner for 151 troops when Claudio discovers a major problem with the red team's barbecue sauce.
That tastes raw.
Danielle, comments, please. Be honest with me. I need the...
It's not how I would have cooked a barbecue sauce, and I said that the whole way through.
Can we fix this, yes or no, or are we botching it?
I don't know if we can fix it, but we'll try.
Work with each other. Come on, guys. This is for the troops.
Along with the sauce, each team is prepping 2 sides to serve with their steaks.
After I blanch Brussels sprouts, throw them in a bin that has soap in it. Oh my God. And I'm thinking, ooh, boy. So it turns out our bin had soap in it.
What's what? Half of my Brussels sprouts are now in soapy water. Can't believe we lost those fucking Brussels sprouts.
Fuck.
I'm so worried that we just prepped all these Brussels sprouts and there's not enough Brussels sprouts.
There's a whole thing of potatoes still over there.
I need to get those potatoes out.
We have enough potatoes, Julie, okay?
Kayla has made the choice to no longer prep potatoes.
I'm gonna keep doing them.
No. Done on potatoes. You're done on potatoes.
And I know this is a mistake.
Let's get this going.
Get those Brussels sprouts in the oven.
We don't have that many prepped yet. Pino!
Okay, hold on.
We don't have enough Brussels sprouts.
What can we throw in the Brussels sprouts? Some kale?
Kale?
Quickly, I'm thinking.
Beans, let's put beans in it.
I need to add beans.
Yeah, maybe one more scoop.
You have now 30 minutes left, so the steaks better be on the grill soon.
Let's get those steaks on.
Danielle, how are you doing, hon? Morale is up?
You betcha. Woo!
Okay, what's happening here?
We're just starting to cook off our steaks.
Whose idea was to dip this in the hot sauce and then grill it? Was that your original idea?
No,
And so why did you change it?
because barbecue sauce was not cooking down quick enough, so we
Yeah.
are actually grilling it off.
You don't have a lot of time.
Yes, chef.
Okay, guys, how many steaks you got cooked, ready to go?
I have,
Not too many by the looks of it.
no, not yet.
Barely any, guys.
Just when I think we're doing really well.
Pino, get down here, man.
Yes, chef. So I run down.
Look, you've got 15 steaks done. Get them going.
We gotta get them going, chef.
Understood, chef. Don't waste time.
In this moment, I'm thinking there's definitely a chance that we might not finish cooking all 151 steaks.
Load up those grills.
10 minutes. You have 10 minutes left. 151 troops need to be fed.
Okay, Eric, get them on the fucking grill, man.
Eric and I get those steaks loaded up as best we can, and we're just moving, we're flipping, we're feeling, we're smelling, we're grilling, and it is like meat a-flying.
Oh boy, here they come.
Oh shit, here they come, you guys.
I'm just so honored.
I mean, we're cooking for troops. People that put their lives at risk every single day. Holy Toledo.
What are you making?
I'm just making a quick little bourbon sauce.
Kayla, I don't think we should bother.
Too late to do this already.
If it comes together, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't, okay?
It's not going to. You started it 5 minutes ago. You have to move one of these so I can get gloves.
Yeah. You can ask nicely.
You could listen to me the first time.
I'm in the grill tent, and all I can hear is bickering.
You haven't been listening to me this whole fucking thing.
I have.
Actually, no, you haven't.
It sounds like an old married couple in there.
Because what happened to that sausage you were making?
I threw it out because we don't have time.
right, because it wasn't finished.
We're trying to get something done, and that something is feeding 151 people.
With the clock running down, both teams are scrambling to get their food out in time for service.
How are your potatoes? Good.
Are these all the potatoes we have?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope it's enough.
30 seconds. You only have 30 seconds left.
Ladies, we need one more person up here to help us serve. ASAP.
Pino, I need you up here quick. Check portions.
There's this lineup that doesn't seem to end. And I was nervous. I'm like, are we gonna have enough to serve all these people?
I tilt my head up and I see this long line of troops and I want to bomb it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go, 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 go. I got this, I got this, I got this.
Service starts now.
151 soldiers will receive a steak dinner from both the red and blue teams and vote for their favorite.
Hello. There you are.
If either team runs out of any food, their vote automatically goes to the other team.
There you go, sir. Thank you.
The red team is serving roast potatoes and a Brussels sprout and bacon hash with their steak,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We meet again.
while the blue team is pairing their steak and barbecue sauce with Brussels sprouts and beans and a couscous salad.
Couscous salad.
Thank you very much.
You are, enjoy.
Blue's the way to go. Woo! Go blue! Go blue!
While the blue team's service is fast and confident,
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful
Kayla
day.
is giving her steaks a last-minute sear on the flat top,
Get it a little hot for you.
and it's holding up the line.
Can we speed this along?
Kayla, we need the line to move, so no more grilling. Just do it.
Yeah, you got it.
They're slowing you down over there? A little bit. Boy, they slowed down. Let's go blue!
Once the troops receive meals from both teams, they head into the dining area.
This Brussels sprout bacon thing is delish.
I'm really enjoying the steak.
Medium rare, you got it.
It's partway through service, and the red team has gotten their speed under control.
Thank you.
Kayla,
Yep.
I'm worried. This is all we have left. You have 3 more plates.
My stomach is sinking because I know that every single troop member that does not get Brussels sprouts on their plate is an automatic vote to the blue team.
If you're not a Brussels sprout eater, we won't be offended.
Brussels sprouts out.
Brussels sprouts are out. I know that this is going to cost us the challenge.
151 troops at Canadian Forces Base Trenton are digging into steak dinners from both teams. But the red team has run out of Brussels sprouts.
I'm really sorry about the Brussels sprouts.
And for every person that doesn't get a side, that vote goes to the blue team.
Brussels sprouts are out.
Could we give you guys extra potatoes?
Kayla, that's not a great idea.
I knew we weren't gonna have enough potatoes, and we told Kayla that.
We're almost out of potatoes too, by the way.
Hi, how are you?
And she just said, just keep smiling.
That extra pan would have been perfect.
Julie portioned them, so Julie was completely 100% responsible for the potatoes.
Kayla, when I wanted to do the extra potatoes, this is why. The last of the potatoes, Kayla, we're done. Hey,
I'm very sorry, sir. I don't have any more sides to give you. I apologize.
Come on through, guys. Don't be shy.
Come on through. Oh, they're finished all their sides.
Oh, they ran out. I really hope you guys enjoy our sides.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
Oh, what the fuck?
You ran out of sides.
Choose the team who has some sides.
In my opinion, the red team had hit the steak bang on.
I'm gonna have to say the blue plate. I thought overall it had a lot of flavor.
I hear that there was a little problem.
Choose the team who has some sides.
I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Blue's the way to go. Blue's the way to go. Just when I started getting some confidence.
Pino, I need you down here right now.
So I run down.
I've had a complaint. It's cold. It should not be served cold. Replated, fresh vegetables, fresh couscous.
Very sorry, chef.
ASAP, okay? Hustle, hustle, hustle.
This is one cold steak that's come back. How many did we send out like this?
Is that hot enough?
We're gonna lose this competition because we're sending out cold steaks. It's embarrassing.
Thank you, Pino. Excuse me. One fresh hot steak.
thank you very much.
Please enjoy it and accept our apologies.
Okay, let's clean up.
Now that service is over, the judges canvass the troops for their comments.
How are you feeling about the food in general?
It was really good.
Fantastic. So the blue team.
Yep. A lot of vegetables.
And what'd you think of the red team here?
It was just a little bland, like there wasn't a lot of flavor.
Do you think that both the blue team and the red team should go behind enemy lines for doing this?
Colonel Lothian. So, which one do you prefer the taste of?
The red team did an amazing job on the steak. I like medium rare, and they absolutely nailed it. But what I really like on the blue side is what they did with the couscous and the beans.
I think overall they did a great job because they put out 151 steaks in a very short period of time.
It was a difficult challenge. You know, working in a small kitchen like that, equipment that you're not used to, sure, they pulled a rabbit out of the hat to some extent.
Well, I think they really spent way too much time on the barbecue sauce. I was surprised they got it out. But you want to know something? The troop like it. That's most important.
Well, we'll find out which one they like best.
It's a huge honor to cook for the Canadian Forces.
It is a very humbling experience.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Members of the Canadian Armed Forces, it's been an honor and a privilege to cook for you today. Now you get to tell us which team's entree you like best.
The troops will cast their votes by placing a red or blue flag into one of these helmets. The team with the least number of flags will face the upcoming pressure test.
We're very confident with what we did, but there's a chance that Red could win this. We got a steak sent back to us that was cold. Who knows? Maybe a lot of our steaks could have been cold.
I am dreading another pressure test, so I'm hoping a miracle happens.
Red team, blue team. It's time to find out which team's dish most impressed our Canadian heroes.
Will it be the red team's steak with roast potatoes and Brussels sprout hash, or the blue team's with couscous salad and a Brussels sprout bean mixture?
The votes have been counted. The winning team, with 107 of 151 votes, is... Come on. Come on, Blue.
How the hell did they get 107? When I hear that the blue team gets 107 votes, it's like salt on a wound.
Red team, tomorrow you will face the dreaded pressure test.
We'll see you back at the MasterChef kitchen.
This is the first time I've lost a team challenge, and it shouldn't have happened.
It's bad. It's like a knife through my heart right now.
I'm done right now, actually.
This whole competition is a pressure test, and I'm ready to do whatever they throw at us.
Everything is riding on one pressure test right now. I have to cook with my heart.
Yesterday, you cooked for 151 troops at the Canadian Forces Base in Trenton. The blue team, with Pino in command, ultimately outmaneuvered and overpowered the red team. Kayla, what happened?
We did not have enough time to prep enough Brussels sprouts. It just was not enough. There was not enough food.
I don't think it was a time issue. We had time. Just someone made a call to stop prepping, and we stopped prepping. But there was time.
So, Julie, would you say that it was a leadership issue?
Well, Kayla just made a bad call.
So who was serving the potatoes?
I was.
So were you serving too much? You
No.
knew exactly how much potato was there. You could have served a smaller portion.
Those were enormous steaks, and I refused to give someone 2 potatoes with the steak. I wasn't gonna do that.
What I should have done is paid more attention to the amount of potatoes that Julie was serving because there was a huge portion.
Kayla started to really try and make me look bad, and it's really, really pissing me off. You do not want to get on my bad side.
There are 5 of you on the losing team. At least one of you will be leaving this competition today.
But not all 5 of you are going to have to compete.
What? Come on.
Kayla, if you had the choice to save one person on your team, would you save yourself?
I think if I didn't, and I went home, I would regret it for the rest of my life. I am here to win the title of MasterChef Canada. And so, yes, I would.
Saving only one person on the team is a hard call to make. And Kayla, you won't be making it. That decision will be made by all of you as a team.
Drop the big bomb that we have to decide as a team, the team that works so well together.
Please head to the equipment room. You have 5 minutes.
Dear Lord, we can't even work together. This is never gonna happen.
Nobody slap anyone.
Okay, you know who I think it's gonna be? It's Julie, because she's the weakest. Why not? Listen, Julie's been on the bottom multiple times. Like, it has to be Julie.
So,
How do we vote? Vote for someone other than yourself.
My opinion, 151 steaks made it on there. So it's, if not me, then I'll go with Marita.
I'll go with Danielle.
I'm gonna have to go with Marita.
So there's 2 more votes left. You and Kayla.
Myself.
Julie. No, someone other than
I'm
yourself.
not doing that. I think I should be up there. I think that I was the team leader.
Oh my God. But you're going around in a circle.
I'm the team leader, so I should be up there. I'm voting for myself.
No, other than yourself.
Julie.
This is what we're doing now.
I'm not going to do that.
But then if I pick Danielle, then we have 2 votes for Danielle and 2 votes for Marita. So you're gonna have to break the tie at some point.
Then who are you picking?
I'll pick Danielle.
You are so two-faced, it's disgusting.
Okay, Kayla, I'm two-faced.
Calling me two-faced is the worst thing you could ever do. Kayla's now dead to me, and there's no coming back from it.
Like, what do you want?
I don't know.
All right, red team, we asked you to decide who is safe from elimination today. Kayla, what did your team decide?
We decided to save Marita.
Oh, Marita. The 4 of you standing before us will compete in today's pressure test. Are you ready to see what you have to master to stay in the MasterChef Canada kitchen?
It's a fresh twist on a beloved classic.
Wow.
Salmon Wellington. The first component is a light and delicate pastry crust. The second delicious point is the layer of leek and Swiss chard. Next is the salmon, a center cut, moist, succulent, and cooked just right. And on the plate, a light dill sauce. Julie, which part do you think you'll struggle with?
I won't struggle with any of it.
I like the confidence.
You have 60 minutes. Maybe your last 60 minutes cooking for us in this kitchen.
At your stations, you'll find state-of-the-art equipment. Everything you need to cook as a flawless salmon Wellington.
Your 60 minutes starts now!
Guys, this is gonna be tough, man. Cook this out in an hour?
I think the sequence of prep is very critical here.
I would be getting the greens, the leek and the Swiss chard cooking, seasoned correctly, and then I've got to cool it down because it needs to be cold when I put it on top of the salmon.
Kayla's going after the fish already. Look, she's not even skinning it properly.
I'm worried about Kayla's filleting skills.
Medic!
Oh, Danielle just cut herself.
Oh, no.
I'm losing time, and I'm really unhappy about this.
What? It's a big cut?
Wow.
Danielle's been pulled off.
What's wrong? She has to get stitches?
Julie,
Yes?
just really focus.
Do you salt your leeks to get the liquid out?
Thanks, Eric.
I probably have a target on my back because I'm honest.
Because I'm honest. Yeah, big time.
But that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it because I'm just going to cook my food and do my very best, and if that makes me go home, then I go home.
After losing 10 minutes to have her cut tended to,
Danielle's been gone a long time. She's screwed.
Danielle returns to the challenge.
I think Kayla's gonna struggle. I think she's really puzzled.
I would disagree. I think she's the one to watch. She's very confident. She deals well when she works on her own. Not a great team leader, but when she's in a solo situation, she performs very, very well.
Where did my dill go?
So what about Dale?
Oh, never mind.
He'll excel in this because this is right in his comfort zone.
But does he have the skill? I don't think so.
Should I put olive oil on the salmon?
No, just salt, just season it.
You know, for me, I'm uncertain about Julie.
Julie, don't mean to stress you out, but did you even put garlic in there?
No. You think I should?
Yeah.
Yeah, her saying that she's confident is a front. Julie?
Hi.
So what do you got in the pan here?
So that's butter, a bit of olive oil, and some shallots
And that is the preparation for?
for my dill cream sauce.
Do you think you should be making the sauce this early?
Yes, because I could always reheat it.
Do you think you'll be the one going home today?
Nope, absolutely not.
Who do you think that'll be?
Either Kayla or Dale.
Why is that?
Just feel like they don't deserve to be here.
And you do.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Thanks, Chef.
Kayla, how are you?
Well, I'm not great. I'm in a pressure
No?
test, so
And what do you have on your fish here?
some sumac, some white pepper, salt.
It's very strong, though, sumac. Part of the classic preparation for this?
No, it is not.
Why would you add that, then?
Because I like the flavor of it.
Think that's a wise decision?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
This is horrible.
I can't grab onto it.
Dale,
Hello, Chef.
what's in there? Char?
There is char, leek, garlic.
I noticed you keep the stock in. Is that normal for you?
Yes, it is, because I think even though it's a tiny bit bitter, I actually love the flavors of it, and I think it adds a nice element.
I think it's a little more than a tiny bit bitter.
Yes, Chef.
Danielle's been motoring. She's catching up. It's quite the comeback. Danielle's fish is already wrapped and completely ready to go in the oven.
15 minutes. You have 15 minutes left. All your salmon better be in the oven.
Oh my God, Kayla. Stop rubbing your hot hands on it.
15 minutes, I'm still busting with my puff pastry, and I'm freaking out right now. I'm freaking out.
15 minutes.
Oh my God, Kayla.
Dale and Kayla is still messing around, wrapping their fish. It's only 15 minutes left.
What am I doing?
Confidence.
Yep, it's going in the oven now.
It just looks awkward.
Keep an eye on your salmon that's in the oven. The single most difficult challenge is the cooking of that fish. Because you can't see it, can't touch it. It's encased in pastry.
Is it browning?
Very little.
Danielle's salmon Wellington is beautiful.
You have 2 minutes left. Final 2 minutes.
Dale, just leave it to the last 10 seconds.
It's not enough time.
How much time do we have?
1 minute. 1 minute.
Come on, Julie. It's gonna be hot, so be careful.
Oh, baby, I'll burn my hands. Don't you worry.
30 seconds. Fifteen seconds.
Dale, what are you thinking? A puff pastry is not even cooked, and you're setting it on top of wet sauce?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Last 5 seconds, I go to squirt the sauce on top of the Wellington.
3, 2, 1. Heads up.
Good job. Way to finish it.
Way to come back, Danielle.
It looks like a big sauce turd. Fuck, 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 fuck. I'm going home. Kick everyone else's ass.
It's time to taste your salmon Wellingtons. Please bring them all down to the front.
At this point, I'm only feeling about 60% confident that I have any chance in this competition.
Dale, how do you think the salmon is going to look when I cut it through the center?
Perfect on the lighter side.
It seems to be perfect on the lighter side. But it's far from a perfect dish. The pastry, no color, barely cooked. The Swiss chard, stalks and stems, you wouldn't find in a sophisticated restaurant recipe.
Okay, Chef.
Thank you.
A lot of chunky bits here. Rawish or light salmon on the raw side.
The inside is delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
The bad part, though, is the pastry's raw. It's a real shame.
Danielle, you seem very confident.
All things considered, I'm ecstatic that this is what I managed to get out.
Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Look at that. Salmon cooked to perfection. Crispy pastry. Just the right season for the vegetable. Sauce, nice complement.
I don't know how you managed to do something so beautiful like that in an hour.
I've never made a Wellington before, but I cook with fish a lot and I cook with pastry a lot, so.
It's delicious. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
You say you've cooked a lot with fish
Yes.
and a lot with pastry.
Yes.
Well, today you cooked a lot with passion, and it shows. Well done.
Wow. I'd be out of business if I sold dishes that were this big. It's massive. When I'm eating Wellington, I'm looking for harmony. I'm looking for an exterior that's crispy and an inside that's cooked properly. Did you use the center cut or the tail cut of the fish?
I can't remember now.
The seasoning is just, it's spot on.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Good job, Julie. Good job, Julie.
Aside from looking like a brick, got the crust, nicely color, salmon, cooked thoroughly, and filling looks right. The proportion, I think it's just a little bit off, causing it to be a little bit dry. I still like it. How do you feel standing here now?
Extremely nervous. Even though it looks like an ugly duckling, I think the flavors are gonna be good.
The salmon looks very nice. But that's looks. Taste is more important, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely undercooked pastry. Texture, not bad. But you know the comment about this looking like a ugly duckling?
Yes, Chef.
It certainly is no swan.
What happened? What caused this?
Time management.
Wow. That is raw. Such polar opposites. You nailed the inside. If you would have done a little bit better with the outside, you might have the top dish right now.
That was truly an incredible pressure test. You all cooked valiantly, some more successfully than others. We need a moment to discuss who'll be going home.
What do you think, Michael?
This is going to be a very difficult decision. Heavy and stodgy.
But I thought inside was okay.
The sauce was clunky, the inside was bland, the outside was raw. Very poor quality dish.
One of them has got to be out.
Please step forward. Danielle. Your salmon Wellington looked beautiful, and its appearance was not deceiving. Take off your apron and please head upstairs.
Thank you very much.
The other dish It was made by a home cook who has underperformed in this competition.
Come on, Julie.
But it looks like that's about to change. Julie, congratulations. Please take off your apron and head upstairs.
Thank you. My plan was to get Julie and Danielle, and now they're in the top, and it was a total fluke.
Dale and Kayla, your performance was bad enough to send you both home.
But there was one dish that was marginally more refined. Please step forward. Dale. I'm sorry, that dish did not belong to you. Kayla, you're safe.
Thank you.
Please remove your apron and head up to the gallery.
Thank you.
Wow. She touched another one.
Dale, we're excited to see where life takes you. Please make sure it involves food.
It will.
Because you are one fine cook. Come up here and shake hands. Congratulations. You did a great job. You should be very proud.
Look.
Thank you.
I'm proud of how I've represented myself, and I'm actually blown away that I've made it this far in the competition.
The standout dish was inventive and gutsy.
This dish belongs to Dale.
There we go, Captain.
Chef.
You've earned it.
Go, go, go! Come on, guys!
If you keep cooking like this, you'll be the one to beat.
I have had the most amazing time ever.
Good job, Dale.
That's all I can give you, baby.
Thank you, that's fine. The experiences I've got to go through and the places I've got to see has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I would do it all over again if I could.
Dale, who's going to be the first MasterChef Canada?
Kayla's gonna kill them all. She's gonna come back and win it.
Thank you, Dale. I'm gonna kill it, and I can't wait to see Dale. It's gonna be fantastic.
Next time on MasterChef Canada.
Here we go, buddy.
A mystery box pushes the home cooks to exotic extremes. Oh, and the top 9 target their biggest competition.
Watch out, bitches, because I'm coming after you.
I heard that.
Who will survive and who will get scorched?
Eric, you're burning again.
I think Eric's in trouble.
In the most devastating elimination yet.
But with that, you don't have a hope.
Previously on MasterChef Canada, the top 10 cooked for 151 Canadian heroes.
Oh boy, here they come.
Come on, guys, this is for the troops.
And the losing team went to war with each other.
I'm not doing that.
This is what we're doing now.
Wow.
But Salmon Wellington proved to be their toughest adversary,
That is raw.
shooting down Dale's MasterChef dream. Tonight,
Here we go, buddy.
a challenging mystery box takes exotic to the extreme. Oh, and the top 9 are in it to win it.
Watch out, bitches, because I'm coming after you.
I heard that.
I'm in the top 9, and I'm here because I deserve to be here. I've definitely had moments where I've been discouraged, but I've got more fire under me than I've ever had, and there's no way I'm going home.
I'm frustrated that I haven't won a mystery box challenge yet. Today is my day.
I like mystery box challenges. I like surprises.
Welcome back to the MasterChef Canada kitchen. Now, there are just 9 of you left.
It's important now to always be on the top. I don't want people playing with my destiny. I want to be able to control what I'm doing in the kitchen.
9 is an important number in Chinese culture. It's associated with the dragon, a symbol of magic and power.
I just need something good to happen. Need something good to go my way.
Of course, there are the 9 lives of the cat.
In MasterChef Canada, you only have one life. This mystery box may give you the chance to extend it.
You'll each have just 60 minutes to prepare, cook, and present one superb dish using the ingredients hidden under those boxes. The person who wins this mystery box will get a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge, where at least one of you will be going home.
It's time to find out what's under those boxes.
Standing on my mystery box, and there's definitely a smell. I can't put my finger on it.
1.
It smells like dirty feet in here now.
2. 3, lift.
Oh,
Awesome.
what is that?
In front of you is an array of raw ingredients. Some are exotic, and some may be more familiar, just like you'd find in the kitchens of any quality restaurant.
But these ingredients are not just from any restaurant, they're from our restaurants.
It's really cool to see what these chefs are inspired by.
So my contribution to these boxes, taro, a basic staple in all Asia. Just treat it like a potato. Kimchi, something spicy. Sea urchin, a treasure from the sea. It's something you either love or hate, and we love it.
Oh, boy.
Durian fruit, in case you haven't noticed, it stinks. It's the king of fruit in Asia. If you can use this, you'll really impress me.
Definitely gonna use a durian. Doesn't matter how much I hate it. I want to impress Chef Alvin.
My restaurants feature the best seasonal ingredients from across the country. Yellowfoot chanterelle, found East Coast and West Coast. Cipollini onions, delicious sweet Italian onions. Quinoa, very healthy grain. Mostarda, a classic Italian fruit mustard from northern Italy. Squab, deliciously gamey. And just in case you didn't know, it's pigeon.
I've eaten almost all these ingredients, except for the pickled cherry mustard thing.
I've given you monkfish, a robust fish that can handle a lot of different flavors. White miso, fermented soybean, which is wonderful in soups and in dressings. And pork belly. You have 60 minutes to make us a restaurant-quality dish we'd be proud to serve.
I hope we don't have to use all the ingredients. I'd be in trouble.
Your 60 minutes starts now!
Measuring cups.
I'm either gonna work with the pork belly or the monkfish. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe some fried onions. I don't really know.
No clue what I'm doing. Just throwing stuff in a pot.
This is my favorite challenge so far because this takes a lot of creativity, innovation to be able to create something that's going to impress us.
A lot of these home cooks is really going to be intimidated by all these ingredients. Oh, for me, my advice, simplify it. Create a balanced dish. I would take the pork belly, marinate that in with the white miso and the durian.
The dish I'm making is a stuffed squab with a roast of cipollini onions. I'm totally gonna butcher him, and he's gonna be looking pretty in about 2 minutes.
I'm thinking about stuffing and roasting it. I'm not gonna be able to do that in an hour.
The pitfall with using the squab, it is very, very lean. You need to build on those flavors of that squab. It's got a mild gaminess to it, but the overcooking is the key for them.
I am going to make pigeon soup or pigeon broth with some Asian-style noodles and some mushrooms.
I'm gonna be making a butter and pork-basted monkfish with a sea urchin velouté.
Now, the pitfalls of monkfish is that if you overcook it, it gets very rubbery. So I would give it a really great sear on top, roast it in the oven, baste it with lots of butter, some herbs. And if you overcook that fish, it's over.
30 minutes. You have 30 minutes to impress us with our ingredients.
Hey, Carly, what are you making?
Mushroom and onion stuffed flatbread. And then I'm gonna miso poach the monkfish
Why is it there?
because I put it in too early,
How much time do you think this is going to take to cook? That's a little rare in the middle,
like 6 to 8 minutes.
probably closer to 5. If I can give you any advice,
Okay.
that's the star of the show. not the flatbread, all right?
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Rita, so tell me what you're cooking.
Monkfish,
What are the flavors in the pot?
mostly Asian inspired. I've got that garlic, the ponzu, a little bit of fish sauce, some miso. I even put in a piece of that kimchi in there for that spice.
And you have an idea how it's all going to come together on the plate?
It's in my head.
Sounds like you've got a lot going on.
I definitely do.
Eric, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be pan-searing some monkfish. This is a durian sauce that I made for the fish.
That's actually quite salty. Yeah, how are you second that?
It was just the jam and some of fermented bean.
Oh, I think it needs a little bit more durian.
Okay.
But let me give you a word of wisdom. Being complex and being innovative is not the same thing.
Hey, Tamara.
Hi, Chef.
Fresh noodles, fresh broth.
Yes, Chef. A pigeon broth.
That's delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
Incredible. Looks like you've been kind of flying under the radar. Is this your chance to really come out?
This is exactly my chance to come out and shine.
Very, very impressive so far. I love this.
Tell me what you're doing.
Chanterelle mushroom monkfish.
And the sea urchin?
Just made a broth with taro root and a little bit of fish sauce.
So you use the taro root to thicken the broth.
That's right.
Oh, smart idea. Have you ever worked with sea urchin?
No, I'm definitely taking a risk.
I'm gonna make like a soup with whatever this is. He said treat it like a potato. And I don't want to go towards the Italian ingredients, right? I want to try something different here. That's nice.
5 minutes. You have 5 minutes left. Your final 5 minutes. Not a time to be in confusion. Now is the time to get ready.
I'm shaking too bad.
Wow, there's some very interesting looking dishes happening out there. Everyone's raising their game here.
I think it's my yelling.
Tamara is making a soup with fresh cut noodles.
Where's she getting noodles from?
She made them.
Oh, wow.
She wants to win.
Now, on the other hand, Carly has made flatbread with mushroom and miso monkfish on the side. And she doesn't look too sure about it, to be honest with you. Kayla, a whole pigeon? That is ballsy.
1 minute, final minute. Come on.
Kayla looks worried. Very worried.
Why would she do that?
They cut it open and it's bloody and it's still squawking. I will definitely not make a good impression.
I want to see the finishing touches going on those plates. You need to be finishing them up.
30 seconds. Time to panic. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Woo!
After observing and tasting throughout the challenge, the judges will now take one final look before selecting the most promising dishes.
I'm pretty confident. I think I'm going to be called up for sure.
We asked you to make us a delicious dish with some superb and perhaps unfamiliar ingredients from our restaurants.
There were some dishes that particularly impressed us.
The first dish we'd like to taste was made by someone who has never won a mystery box challenge.
I really, really need to win one of these mystery boxes. I need to go in that back room and see what that's all about.
Please step forward. Tamara. Bring your dish up here.
My noodles turned out perfect, and the broth is super, so this dish is for the judges.
Can you tell me a little about your dish, please?
An Italian-Asian fusion dish with Italian noodles and Asian broth.
The broth, I love the color, that rich golden brown. It's amazing.
Thank you, Chef.
If I would change one thing on this dish, I would look for a little of that pigeon meat nestled under the noodles or in between that just popped out every once in a while. Very nicely done. Thank you.
Looks very nice. The richness and the acidity, perfect balance. That, to me, it's a very, very nice dish.
Thank you, Chef.
The second home cook we'd like to see was clearly inspired by a difficult ingredient. That home cook is Danielle, how do you feel about your dish?
I feel like this is the strongest dish that I've brought up to you.
Walk me through it. What is it?
Brown butter basted monkfish served in a sea urchin velouté, and I've topped it with chanterelle mushroom and a little bit of taro crisps for some crunch.
It's very good. I'm talking like Alvin, my mouthful. I like the acidity. The fish is cooked properly. It's a great dish. It's good to see you coming to the top now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next person we like to call forward is no stranger to the top spot. Please step forward. Marita.
I've made a little bit of a glaze for the monkfish, and I have a sweet and spicy kimchi slaw on the bottom.
Fish looks quite nice. Wow, there's a lot going on in my mouth. You got the fish nicely cooked. It goes nicely with the kimchi. And I'm glad you didn't over-season it because kimchi is very salty. That was smart, and I like it.
It's good to see you thinking outside the box, and your repertoire is growing. You continue to impress. Today, because the dishes were so good, we've decided to try 4.
I'm thinking, that's me. That's me for sure.
I hope they're gonna call my name.
The cook who made the 4th and final dish took a calculated risk, but is going to take a closer look to see if it paid off. Please step forward. Kayla.
So I did a whole roasted squab, and then I made a jus with the pan drippings from the squab.
What I'm most interested in is if the pigeon is cooked medium to medium rare. Well, let's see. It looks good. It looks nicely cooked. I'm salivating already. And surprisingly tender. The pigeon is outstanding.
I think it's safe to say that this is probably the riskiest thing anyone's done so far. To roast an entire squab on the bone in 1 hour and serve it perfectly cooked. Overall, very good job.
We need a moment to discuss.
Nobody wants to win more than me, I guarantee you that.
I don't want to just be called up, I want to win.
Fantastic dishes, something that I would serve at various restaurants.
All 4 did an incredible job.
This is going to be a tough one.
Four outstanding dishes, but only one can be the winner. The person who cooked the best dish, who will get a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge. That home cook is Danielle. Congratulations, Danielle. You're about to gain control of the competition.
I have an advantage now, and my goal is to get someone strong out of the competition.
As the winner of the mystery box, Danielle is now in control of the elimination challenge. She gets to decide on the ingredient or style of food everyone must cook.
Danielle, how does it feel to be here?
It feels amazing, and it feels like exactly the place I want to be right now.
For many home cooks and professional chefs, dessert is a weakness. But to win this elimination challenge, it must be overcome.
This elimination challenge isn't just about any desserts. It's about beloved Canadian classics, flavors and smells that evoke your grandmother's kitchen. Your first option is the butter tart. It's an irresistible blend of butter, brown sugar, cradled in a crumbly sweet tart. The key to nailing it is a filling with just the right amount of decadent ooze.
Your second choice is a down-home East Coast staple, blueberry grunt.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Rustic and delicious, and one of Canada's oldest desserts. Fresh wild blueberries are simmered with sugar, lemon and water, and sweet dumpling soak up all the blueberry goodness.
If you're from Canada's West Coast, neither of these desserts compare to your next choice, the delectable Nanaimo bar. It's a chocolate and coconut crumb base, followed by a layer of thick custard or vanilla-flavored icing, topped with melted, semi-sweet chocolate. Danielle, as the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge, you won't be making any of these mouth-watering sweets.
Probably a good thing.
In fact, no one will. Instead, the tasty treat that you pick will be the jumping-off point for a refined, high-end dessert.
We're looking for a reimagined and elevated version of the butter tart, the blueberry grunt, or the Nanaimo bar.
Who do you want to get rid of?
Kayla and Marita. I really believe it's going to be myself against Marita or Kayla in the end. Those two, I definitely have targets for.
So which classic Canadian dessert will you choose?
I choose...
Because Danielle was the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge, she's safe from elimination. That was her first advantage. Her second advantage was choosing between the 3 choices that we presented to her in the pantry.
Time to reveal what you will be making today. The Nanaimo bar.
I've had 1 or 2 back in the day when I was a kid. Never really liked them.
That's right. The Nanaimo bar is the inspiration for the dessert that you'll be making today. We want you to elevate this everyday sweet by taking all the elements of the Nanaimo bar and reconstructing them.
I've never made a Nanaimo bar before. I have nowhere to even begin. I have no clue how to make them.
That's fine. I come from rural Alberta, and there's nothing better to do but bake and get fat.
Your 60 minutes starts now.
The winners of this elimination challenge will become team captains in the upcoming field challenge.
Does anyone know where cream is?
The home cook with the worst dish will be asked to leave the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
So today I'm making a chocolate mousse Nanaimo tart. I never liked doing desserts, I never liked baking, so I'm definitely stressing.
I'm making round chocolate. There's gonna be a walnut in the middle with some dark chocolate liqueur around the walnut with a white chocolate coconut outside. More of a bite-sized dish. I don't usually do desserts, I'm not a dessert person, and this dessert for me is always a risk.
So I think the Nanaimo bar offers a variety of options. What might you do, Claudio?
I would actually avoid baking anything right now at this point. I would use ladyfingers in this. I would layer it in a glass so you could actually see all the different layers.
So like a trifle?
Like a trifle.
Alvin, what about you?
I would do a fried custard because it looks like a bar and I'm utilizing the custard. Then I would try to do the coconut ice cream and then spread it with nuts, chocolate sauce. Very simple.
Today, I'm gonna hopefully impress my grandma, and I'm making deep fried Nanaimo bar pierogies. I'm here to the end, man. There's no way I'm going home.
I'm making some truffles with toasted coconut and chocolate on top. At this point, anybody can leave, maybe even me.
I'm thinking souffle. Vanilla on the bottom, a layer of chocolate on the top, and serve some melted chocolate, possibly with a ginger creme anglaise on the side.
I'm making my version of a Nanaimo bar. I'm not gonna bake anything. I'm gonna make my signature pastry cream, so we'll do like a little Italian spin on it. The crust is the graham cracker crumbs, the chocolate wafers, some coconut in there. So I'm really gonna rely on my really beautiful pastry cream to come out.
And Kayla is doing something really gutsy.
I'm making 3 different panna cottas. Coconut panna cotta, chocolate panna cotta, vanilla panna cotta.
That's amazing.
It's incredible, if she can pull it off.
The critical element that I have to nail is making sure the panna cotta is set in time.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Chef.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Just trying to make buttercream for the first time.
For the first time?
Yeah.
It looks a bit thick.
Yeah.
Tell me about your dessert.
Okay. Bottom layer, coconut macadamia nut oatmeal cookie.
Okay.
Buttercream, bit of the toasted coconut with the white chocolate. and topped off with the blueberry there.
Seems very complicated, though. Are you staying true to the Nanaimo bar?
Just kind of just changed the colors a little. I've just gone with a little like bluish purple with the white. Chef, you look uncertain.
Did you add wine to this, too?
Yeah, just a bit, just a bit.
Okay.
I just wanted it to be, a bit more of a grown-up Nanaimo bar.
Keep cooking with your heart.
All right, thanks, Chef.
30 minutes. You have 30 minutes left.
Eric, slow down.
The judges told me to slow down, but I just think it's more efficient to sprint there. Like, I'm wasting time. I'm walking.
Close that blast chiller, Eric. Is someone burning something?
Oh my God, somebody's station is smoking.
What the hell is burning?
That's my station. Oh my God. It's a caramel. I'm definitely screwed.
The home cooks have 60 minutes to elevate the classic Canadian Nanaimo bar to a restaurant-quality dessert.
What the hell is burning?
My caramel burnt.
At the end of this challenge, at least one home cook will be sent home.
This challenge is going to be really difficult for these cooks, and I'm happy that I'm watching from the gallery.
Do you have any cream, Pino? Can I borrow just a smidge? I just need a touch. Thanks, hon.
You're welcome.
I didn't make that soft custardy stuff. Eggs, cream, milk.
Sometimes we help each other out, but step by step, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do that? I found that very strange.
Samara, what do you think?
Honestly, Carly has to ask Tamara in top 9 how to make a custard.
Add cornstarch to cold water and then mix it in the mixture.
You're doing something that you don't know how to do.
It's what I would have done. It's just more making sure that you're doing it the right way.
This is not good. I put my cream in the blast chiller, and now it's frozen, and I'm not gonna be able to put it in my piping bag. I'm in trouble here. The clock is my worst enemy. Put my pie crust in the oven too late. Slipped my mind. I didn't realize I had to bake it.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
What are you doing?
A Nanaimo bar.
Yes, and?
I'm changing up a lot. I infused some espresso into my ganache. I'm making a raspberry filling, but I'm gonna put Philadelphia cream cheese.
Julie's not really using anything that's in a Nanaimo bar.
You got the form right, but maybe the content's a little bit mixed up. Who's going to go home then? Who do you want to go home? Oh, really? Kayla.
I heard that, Julie. Someone's got to go home.
Tamara.
Yes, Chef.
Tell me what you're working on.
Today I am making 2 types of deep-fried pierogies.
And what kind of dough is that?
It's chocolate, cocoa.
You think this is the winning dish?
Absolutely, Chef.
Suitable for a high-class restaurant?
I can guarantee it, Chef. This is down to the final few, and this is when I want to really shine.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you.
I've never made truffles before. I've got my custard going. I've got my bowl chilling in the fridge for my whipped cream, a double boiler to melt my chocolate, frying pan on the stove with my coconut. I've never been so confused or all over the place in the MasterChef Canada kitchen like I am today.
Candies are way harder to make than I thought. It's hard thinking on your feet sometimes, you know? I grabbed cupcake liners and stacked my chocolate and my custard inside those. And I stuck them in the blast chiller for the last 5 minutes.
5 minutes left. You have 5 minutes to put together a beautiful dessert for us, or it will be your last 5 minutes in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Eric, you're burning again.
Fuck! Damn it! Every time I fucking leave.
He is actually burnt.
I think it's his caramel again.
Burn it twice.
He's almost in tears.
I put my crust on the plate, and I see it crack down the middle.
Kayla's demolding her panna cotta. She's got one out successfully.
I used the wrong chocolate. The only thing that I do to fix it is add confectioner's sugar, but it's also kind of drying up my ganache a little bit. It's a hot mess.
1 minute, final 1 minute, everything on the plate.
Oh, shit.
They're running out of time.
I don't see any plating. Come on. 10, 9, 8,
heartbroken because if I would have just been smart and left off the 2 panna cottas that didn't set perfectly, I would have a stunning dish right now.
Look at this, it's ugly.
Maybe it'll be demo elimination to both Italians.
I'm pretty happy about my dessert because, like, at the end, I just did a quick caramel.
Really hard. I try to do a lot.
How'd you do?
For today's elimination challenge, we asked you to make a beautiful restaurant-quality dessert based on a beloved Canadian classic, the Nanaimo bar. Pino, please bring up your dish.
I had a vision in my head, but when it came to putting it on that plate, I just destroyed it. It's embarrassing.
Tell me what's in it.
I tried to incorporate the coconut and walnuts inside the crust and the chocolate.
I was hoping at this level of the competition that I wouldn't have to see food that looks like this. Crust looks a little thick. The coconut barely comes out for me.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
It's unnecessary, right? It's a mess.
Pino, Pino, Pino.
Chef Alvin.
You know that looks like a mess. I think it tastes pretty bad, too. You gotta do a lot better.
Yes, Chef.
A lot better.
I'm top 9 in MasterChef Canada Kitchen, and this is what I put on a plate? It's embarrassing. Fuck.
Eric?
Walk me through it. What is it?
The top is supposed to represent, like, the custard of the Nanaimo bar. It's flavored the same as the vanilla and icing sugar. The inside's filled with chocolate mousse.
So you made caramel not once, not twice, 3 times.
Yeah, Chef. I made a quick caramel at the end, just to candy my nuts.
Did you have time to taste it?
No, Chef.
I want you to tell me if you recovered from that mistake.
Tastes pretty good.
I think you're right. Mistakes aren't always a bad thing.
Thank you, Chef.
Carly, you're up next. What are they?
It's a toasted coconut and white chocolate cup with custard and walnut filling on a chocolate liqueur ganache.
You know, every great chef cooks in their head. They taste in their head, they present food in their mind, they dream about food. Did this come out the way you envisioned?
No, I envisioned it that they were in ball form. I couldn't really figure out a way to do that, so at the last 5 minutes, I put them in a cup.
It's just so drab, so blah. It's very dry.
Unfortunately, you're right.
This is not what I would come to expect at this stage at all.
Carly,
Chef Alvin?
if that was served in a restaurant, they would send it back and say, what the hell was wrong? This is the custard, right? This is MasterChef Canada, and you said you hope to win. Well, with that, you don't have a hope.
Not really good at making desserts, so.
Tamara.
Danielle chooses Nanaimo bars thinking that that would be the most difficult thing, but she doesn't know that I have these aces up my sleeve, and they're starting to come out. My grandma always makes pierogies, and she also always makes Nanaimo bars. I wanted to do a recreation of a Nanaimo bar into a pierogi form.
I like the texture. You got the chocolate inside, the coconut. Wow.
Presentation, it's lighthearted and fun. And the pierogies are good. You should be very proud.
Thanks, If she keeps pulling out dishes like she did today, she very well could be my competition.
Julie, you're up next.
raspberry, chocolate, and espresso Nanaimo bar.
How do you feel about how this turned out?
I do not like the presentation.
It's clunky. Tastes pretty good. The big problem, though, here, it does not resemble a Nanaimo bar in any way.
I think it does.
What matters more to you, though? What you think or what we think?
Obviously what you guys think.
You've made it to this point. You need to push a lot harder.
Mike, bring your dish up, please.
Macadamia nut, coconut, and it was an oatmeal cookie that I made the crust with. And then it's buttercream and toasted coconut and vanilla.
Okay. Well, you can see the 3 layers quite clearly. Macadamia nuts, you say?
Yeah, I just wanted a bit of that butteriness in there.
For me, the filling, the center part, I thought was a little flat to begin with, but with that blueberry on top, it stands up a decent showing. Good luck.
Thank you.
You want to know something?
What's that, Chef?
I would serve it in my restaurant.
Thank you, Chef.
Marita. Tell me what you have here.
I have a trio of truffles and some creme anglaise.
It's quite dry. I think could have added a touch more cream and sugar in there. Lacks a little bit of excitement.
Thank you, Chef.
Rita, you got more chocolate on your apron than you did on the plate.
It's all over the place today.
All right, where is Nanaimo?
I would say the bottom of the Nanaimo is what inspired me to do the truffles.
What's in here?
Not quite sure.
That scares me a bit. A cook who's not sure of what's inside of their dish. That's a very dried truffle. It's not your best work.
Kayla.
Kayla trying to pull off 3 panna cotta is like trying to run before you know how to walk.
So I have a coconut and a chocolate panna cotta and a vanilla panna cotta that clearly didn't set up.
Good. Not so good.
Bad.
Really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I like about you, Kayla, is your ambition. I personally like the idea of a panna cotta being reinvented. And I think the flavors you've chosen, I think it's great.
You have the coconut flavor, and it's not too sweet. This one, unfortunately, it's really too bad that this one collapsed, but that tastes pretty good.
We need a moment to discuss who'll be leaving the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
What do you think it is?
But it had interesting texture and
It was close to the Nanaimo bar.
but look.
Carly was asking Tamara step by step how to do everything. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's a hard decision, but I think we all know who's going.
I really hope it's not me.
There were 2 standout desserts today. The home cook who made the best one reinterpreted the Nanaimo bar in a clever and inventive way. Tamara, today you played your cards right. Congratulations.
I've been totally waiting for this day. There's only 7 people in my way to win $100,000, and most importantly, the first MasterChef Canada title.
The second place dessert tasted even better than it looked. And luckily for this home cook, the flavor left us wanting more. Eric.
Good job, Eric.
I'm definitely trying to keep it like a little more simple and just learn from all my mistakes.
You and Tamara will be captains in the next team challenge.
At least one of the 3 home cook we called up next will not be moving forward in this competition.
First disastrous dessert was far from restaurant quality. We were almost as disappointed in this home cook as they were in themselves. Please step forward. Pino.
I'm disappointed, I'm embarrassed, I'm angry.
The second disastrous dessert was made by a cook who thinks very hard about what they put on the plate. And today, all that thinking may have just got the better of them. Please step forward. Merida.
These truffles could send me out the MasterChef Canada kitchen today.
I'm happy to see Marita in the bottom. That's what I wanted.
The third disastrous dish was made by someone sadly lacking in confidence. Please step forward. Carly.
You three, you've not only made some incredible dishes, you've proven yourselves to be supportive and gifted team players. And we believe you've just scratched the surface. We know you've got so much more room to grow, but now we face a very difficult decision. We have to say goodbye to at least one of this competition's strongest home cooks. Carly, please step forward. You are not going any further here at MasterChef Canada. Carly, you have an amazing spirit and a remarkable ability to work with others that's enabled you to triumph in every team challenge. And you've made a lot of friends who are going to miss you very, very much. Your mother entered you into this competition. You've made her very proud. It's a taste that leaves you wanting more.
The best thing I've learned here at MasterChef Canada is to have more confidence in myself. I wanted this so bad, I can't believe it's over. I'm not gonna stop cooking because of this. I'm gonna cook more.
Carly, who will be Canada's first Master Chef?
Tamara, no question.
Today was tough, everybody, but it's only gonna get tougher. So go get some rest. You're gonna need it.
My strategy almost played out how I wanted it to. Marita was on the bottom, Kayla was not. There's always next time.
I think Danielle is on the top right now, but all that means is there's one place to go.
On the next episode of MasterChef Canada, a tough team challenge is all about street smarts.
You'll be running your very own food trucks.
Let's do this.
Come on, guys.
Let's go right now. Let's make some right now.
And the top 8 struggle to feed a lunchtime crowd.
That is unacceptable. You're going way too slow. Just get it cut.
Who will drive their team to victory? And who will face the most intimidating pressure test in MasterChef history?
So are you saying there could be 2 people going home?
Last time on MasterChef Canada, the home cooks faced a mystery box that took exotic to the extreme.
Here we go, buddy.
Oh, that's gross.
And the top 9 targeted their biggest competition.
Watch out, bitches, because I'm coming after you.
I heard that.
Someone's got to go home.
The pressure was too much for some.
Eric, you're burning again.
I think Eric's in trouble.
And in the end, it was Carly who bid a heartbreaking goodbye. Tonight, a tough team challenge is all about street smarts.
You'll be running your very own food trucks.
Let's do this.
Come on, guys.
Go right now. Let's make some right now.
And the top 8 struggle to feed a lunchtime crowd.
That is unacceptable. You're going way too slow. Let's get it cut.
Who will drive their team to victory? And who will face the most intimidating pressure test in MasterChef history?
So are you saying there could be 2 people going home?
It's early morning at Nathan Phillips Square, a vibrant public space in front of Toronto City Hall. The 8 remaining home cooks are about to face their next team challenge.
These team competitions are extremely tough. Right now, we're at the top 8.
I definitely need to step it up. I mean, this is MasterChef Canada. I just need to stay focused.
We're walking through this sculpture of like a gajillion bikes, and it's just stunning. And then I see 2 food trucks.
I've never been on a food truck. I've never thought about cooking in a food truck. This is seriously bad news for me.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Chef.
Welcome to Nathan Phillips Square. Great public spaces like this one play host to North America's fastest growing culinary trend, the food truck. Today, you'll be running your very own trucks, provided by our friends at Kraft.
Woohoo! I'm so excited. I've always wanted to run a food truck.
I love food trucks. I wouldn't ever want to personally run one, but I love eating from them.
You're going to create delicious Italian and Mexican dishes to sell to the hungry crowds in this public square.
Tamara, you were the winner of the last elimination challenge. Today, you get a huge advantage. You get first pick.
It's like really nice day. It's warm out. I think right away I need something fresh, something light. Italian food is a little bit heavier.
I will pick the Mexicana food truck, please.
Come and get your apron.
Thank you, Chef.
Eric, as the runner-up in the last elimination challenge, you are the captain of the red team.
That leaves you with the Italian truck.
I'm definitely a lot more comfortable working with Italian food. It's my second favorite cuisine besides Chinese, so I'm pretty happy with the choice.
Please come up here and get your apron.
I'm just gonna try and pick 2 really strong team members. People I work well with are definitely Pino, Danielle, and Mike G.
Tamara, you also get first choice in choosing your team.
This person cooks with spice, and I need double the spice. I pick Marita.
Being the first pick is flattering. It shows that she thinks that I'm someone who could help her team win.
Eric, who are you going to choose?
First person I'm gonna pick is really a no-brainer. He's a wizard when it comes to Italian food. My first pick is Pino. Pino is gonna be the key to winning this challenge.
I pick Mike.
I hate team challenges because I'm always in the bottom.
I choose Danielle.
I don't want to be picked last again. I'm always picked last.
So Tamara, who's going to complete your team?
So this is strategic. Eric and Kayla don't get along, so I definitely pick Julie.
So Eric, how do you feel now that you have Kayla on your team?
I feel perfectly great having Kayla on my team. I'm absolutely nervous having Kayla on my team, but I'll try to make it work.
Tamara.
Yes, Chef.
We're giving you one more advantage.
Perfect.
You have the option of trading a member of your team for someone on the red team.
Perfect.
Think carefully.
I am a poker player, so I have a lot of strategy. I really like to plan every move.
So I would like to switch Pino for Julie.
Tamara decides to take Pino from my team. Yeah, it does suck a bit, but it surprises me that she gives me another Italian.
It's a good move, trust me.
I think we'll work fine together. I'm still confident.
So now I'm on the Italiano team, and I'm happy because I do not like Mexican food.
You now have 2 hours to prep and cook before you're open for business.
You will both have access to a pantry with everything you could possibly need. Sorted proteins, spices, and a huge selection of Kraft shredded cheese.
Today, it's not about what the 3 of us think. Today, it's all about the bottom line. Both your dishes will cost exactly the same price, $5.
The team that sells the most meals and makes the most money will win this challenge.
All the money earned by both teams today will be going to a Kraft-supported charity. Kraft Shredded Cheese is also generously adding $5,000 to the total amount earned.
Are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your time starts now.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Start talking, Tamara.
Okay, for sure we're gonna do a taco, right?
Yeah, Yes. absolutely.
Okay, taco. This is a big challenge for me. This is the first time I'm team captain. This is where I want to shine. I'm thinking a steak taco, and we can either braise it, grill it, or whatever. We have to put on a plate that's worth $5 and make it delicious. I'm thinking on the side, a ceviche with tortilla chips.
Tamara decides to do a ceviche. You might be a little ambitious here. There's so many components.
I think that's too much. Let's just do one taco.
I don't think that's enough, you guys. The ceviche.
I feel all that arguing and what to do, the less time we're gonna have making it. We need to make a decision now.
What do you guys think?
I think that's good.
Yeah, okay.
While the blue team goes with a steak taco and ceviche, the red team will make stuffed meatballs on polenta with a marinara sauce.
Italiano on it.
This is mobile food. It can't be fussy food. It has to be food that's not going to get all over you.
The ideal is a handheld snack.
So a nice meatball sandwich, a taco, would be something that I would do.
My role is to do the grilled polenta. Julie's doing the sauce. Eric is helping with the meatballs, and Danielle is a swing. I'm really excited about our menu. But, oh my God, Eric is all over the freaking place, jumping into the truck, jumping out of the truck. This is me as Eric. Ah!
I need garlic in your puree, because we're braising anyways.
Do you know how long it's gonna take me to get all that garlic?
Did Julie caramelize the onions first?
Yes, she is. As a team captain, Eric is afraid to delegate. I think this is a real problem.
Guys, where's Eric? Eric!
Huh?
Michael's calling you.
What you making, guys?
So we are doing stuffed meatballs with crispy fried polenta
Yes, chef.
and marinara sauce.
Stuffed meatballs?
Yes, chef.
Polenta?
Polenta.
To me, that sounds like it's getting a little bit complicated. You've got to get as many of these out as possible. I would get rid of the polenta. It's just one other thing you got to worry about.
Yeah, okay. I'm not very gung-ho about the idea because I love grilled polenta, but we have to listen to the chefs. When they give us advice, we listen.
So glad we picked Mexican.
It was a great choice.
Tamara,
Yes,
give me a couple of minutes. Tell me what you're working on. What's on the menu?
We're gonna do a flank steak taco with a red and green sauce and some charred corn. We're also gonna do a shrimp ceviche.
You're going to do a ceviche?
Yes, chef.
Personally, I would say drop the shrimp. Stick to one, make it delicious.
Okay.
All right, you can do that?
Yes, chef. Pino, you hear that? No shrimp.
Chef Michael suggests to scrap the ceviche. Great idea. Now our menu is more focused, and right away we get to work.
Salt, salt, salt.
Yeah.
60 minutes has gone by. There's a big crowd building up, and you'll be feeding them in 60 minutes.
60 minutes. Come on, guys. We gotta move a little bit faster here.
My money is on the Italian right now. It's simple, people understand it. It seems like the blue team is complicating things with all these different ingredients.
They got to remember that 2 people are serving. 2 of them will not be actively preparing food.
Start to complicate any of the dishes, they're gonna fail miserably.
But even with their new pared-down menu, the red team still has over 400 meatballs to make.
May I make a suggestion?
What,
We
chef?
gotta use this cheese more. We gotta put a little bit of the cheese in the meatball, please.
Fine.
Okay, it will moisten it up, I promise you.
With 45 minutes to go, Eric is starting to panic.
Okay, why don't you guys go in there? We'll roll.
Are you kidding me?
Go in
What
there.
else am I doing in there?
We got this, hon. We
It's
got
just
this.
2 minutes, and what's the point?
Eric is driving me crazy right now. We have 400 meatballs to cook, and I'm really worried about the time. Eric, I think you should be cooking them.
Fine, just throw it in 2 minutes, I'll be back. Let me just get stuff ready.
Just stay in there. Julie, can you help Eric?
Okay.
And tell him to calm down.
Okay. Hey, Eric, I'm helping you.
Okay, fine.
30 minutes. You have 30 minutes left. You better have all your protein in the oven cooking.
Butter, garlic butter to brush the bun with.
Worry about cooking the meatballs
No,
first.
what do you mean? I'm cooking the meatballs and then I have to stand around to do it. You gotta be kidding me. You've got, what, 6 orders here. You got raw meatballs there, you got raw meatballs behind here. You're not gonna make it unless you hustle. I know, chef.
The home cooks are knee-deep in their most public team challenge yet.
Eric, you see the crowd? Oh, massive.
Running their own food trucks in Toronto's Nathan Phillips Square. But while a huge crowd gathers, the red team is still struggling under Eric's frenzied leadership.
Eric, how long were these in for?
I don't know. Oh, this is burning. What the dude? What happened?
If us ladies don't take control and calm them down, we're screwed.
I'm really worried that there's no organization in terms of how we're gonna get these subs out.
The baskets are going from here to over there to here. You have to be organized.
You're absolutely right, Danielle.
Okay, then move all the to the left. Danielle's making crucial decisions, and I'm agreeing. Yes. Danielle's helping me stay calm. I don't want to be frantic in a team situation because that'll just make the whole team frantic.
Just before service, we all pull it together.
So just take out like this, load it up with the meatballs. That's right.
For the two teams to turn it around, what they've got to do is, the red team in particular, got to get their meatballs in, braising right away, and they've got to get those buns cut, cheese put on them, getting them soaked up in the marinara sauce, ready to load the meatballs in. And the blue team, they've got to start searing off that steak ASAP, ready to relax to slice. Otherwise, they're not going to make it.
I would agree.
But with only minutes to go before lunch and a long line forming, the blue team doesn't have enough steak cut to fill more than a couple of tacos.
I managed to get a small batch of steaks rested and ready to slice. I don't want to face the treasure test, so that's why we're really working hard today.
Pino, what are you doing?
Chef, I'm cutting up our meat for our taco, Chef.
How many portions is there?
There's about 10 portions.
There's 200 people out there. You have 1 hour to serve it.
Chef?
You're going way too slow.
Yes, Chef.
Hey, see that? This is Frank steak. It should be cut this way.
No, Chef. I'm cutting this way. Is that no good?
See the grain? When you cut across the grain, it's this way, see?
Across the grain. It's very embarrassing when the chef steps in and, says, that's not how you do it.
That's how it's to be cut.
Thank you, Chef.
Come on, get out here.
Yes, Chef.
Look, you got one guy. You got cutting by himself. Somebody should be helping him.
Yes, Chef. Okay, Mike, you're here, okay?
Use your team efficiently,
Yes,
or
Chef.
else you're not going to be able to get the food out on time,
Yes,
okay?
Chef. Yes, Chef.
We're gonna run out. These steaks could take us down.
While the blue team struggles to get caught up on their meat prep, the red team has a sub finished and ready to sample.
That's good. I like the basil on it. Eric, one thing you cannot afford to have is raw meatballs today.
Absolutely, Chef.
I do not want to get one complaint.
1 minute! See this big crowd behind me? They're going to be attacking the food truck in 1 minute!
Okay, let's start putting some together right now.
Where are the taco shells?
10, 9, 8, 7,
Pizza so hot.
6,
Let's go right now.
5,
Let's make some right
4,
now.
3, 2, 1, now!
Time's up. I see a huge, gigantic line coming over to our truck, so now I'm even panicking more.
Hi there. Sure. One taco, one behind. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's do this.
Morale in the red truck is really high. We're ready to get this going.
I need 4.
Cheese and basil. Garnish.
There you go.
I'm shocked right now how well everyone's working together. Eric has actually started to calm down. He's doing a really good job.
Keep the speed up, Eric. You're doing awesome.
Extra, extra. Kayla and Eric working side by side, not fighting.
Keep it going. $5 can make the difference.
I'm proud of Kayla because she put her differences aside. We worked great together, but honestly, I don't see us ever being best friends.
Just loaded. It's officially a craft meatball.
Awesome.
There you go.
2 on order. 2. What the hell?
Our lineup's not moving because we're not getting food out there quick enough.
9 total. 9 tacos now.
We need this station to be cleared. It's just a mess in the food truck at this point.
Promo.
Fuck.
It's pandemonium.
Mike is slow, gently placing meat on the cheese, putting a nice dollop of sauce. It's cute for at home, but not a food truck.
Tamara, I think you should be here. Mike should be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maria's like, Mike, just get in the friggin' window. And I was like, okay, good. That's where I want to be. I want to talk to the customers anyways.
Everyone's just working their tails off.
Where is the onion?
It's amazing how the tables have turned now. The blue truck seems so organized, so prepared. All of a sudden, the red truck, boom, in front. The meatballs are coming flying out of the red truck, but the tacos, they're having difficulty getting them out.
The blue team has too many components going on that one dish, and they're not serving as many people.
Here we are. Sorry about the wait.
The red team, it's simple, it's lean, it's fast.
As the red team continues to churn out their subs, the judges head into the crowd to gauge which team's meal is winning over more customers.
You ate from the red team? How was it?
It was delicious.
Delicious? You liked it?
I loved it.
And who likes the blue?
Mexicana truck. It's delicious.
And how long did you wait for the taco?
25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Meatball tastes delicious. They're just pumping it out. Everyone's been waiting forever to get the blue truck, so we just got our food right away.
Every single $5 counts today.
We need some more people.
We have the idea to try and poach a couple of their customers.
Hey, guys, I see you've been waiting a little while. You want to come over to our line? We're going quick.
We first sent out Kayla, and she recruited quite a few customers.
Good. Can we direct you over to this line?
You got people from the crowd, got people from the blue team's line.
Some mini meatballs, some beautiful fresh mozzarella, fresh basil. Dig right in there.
People are walking over from the blue line to our truck.
Food is looking awesome. People are loving our subs. Like, we are winning this today. I guarantee you.
Uh-oh, they just took 2 of our customers.
Who did?
They did. They have no lineup. They've got no one.
If we lose customers to the red team, then we lose. And that would be honestly heartbreaking for me.
We really appreciate everyone's wait here. We promise it'll be worth it.
The red team is getting their food out faster, but then Michael discovers a problem with one of their sandwiches.
Raw, did you say?
Yeah.
Let me take a look. That does look a little underdone, doesn't it? Let me get this replaced right away for you, okay? I'll be right back. Do not move. Thank you. Eric?
Yes, chef.
We have a major problem here. We have a raw meatball.
What?
I told you earlier, we cannot afford to serve a raw meatball. Look, that is raw.
We're screwed.
That is unacceptable.
I could just see Eric's heart, like, drop.
I'm absolutely devastated. This meatball could be the reason I get eliminated.
Okay, I need one replated right away so I can take it back to the lady. I don't want to keep her waiting.
Yes, chef.
You give her an extra meatball?
Yes, chef.
Keep an eye on those meatballs. We cannot allow them to go out raw.
That freaks me out. We have to give that money back, and it could make or break us. It's bottom line today. How much money can we bring in?
You guys, we need to get that line. It's all about money.
I know, but we need to be a lot more careful. Cooking meatballs, there's ground pork in it, so 100% I'm worried about raw centers, so I have to make sure the insides are cooked. These are all perfectly cooked. These are all cooked.
While the red team loses time double-checking Eric's meatballs, the blue team takes the opportunity to steal back some customers.
This is my big chance. The red team put out a plate that's raw, and I think that's great.
This is our time to step ahead. We need someone to go work the crowd. Pino, do some magic.
So I quickly grab a dish and I start working the crowd, showing people, other customers who bought food from the talent truck. Look what we have. How you doing over there? Have we tried the Mexican yet? Mexicana. We have a marinated flank steak in there. This is just what comes on the side. We have 2 different types of craft cheese. One's spicy, one's not. I'm Italian. Vengo da un piccolo paese vicino a Napoli, però oggi sono andato to Mexico. I'm the Italian who's converted today. So I tell him, I'm Italian, but I've gone Mexican. Tell him Pino sent you, and they'll take good care of you.
1 minute, you have 1 minute left.
Right, here we go. Andale.
One more, guys. We're rocking it, Eric. We're rocking it.
Can you just ask them if they want spicy or not spicy cheese?
We're using the Kraft habanero cheese and the Tex-Mex.
Sure.
Here, we'll give you 2 subs and an extra meatball each.
In the dying moments of the food truck challenge, both teams are fighting to win over the final few customers.
There's no wait in our line over here. No wait. Come over here. Our line's moving way faster.
Thank you very much, sir.
They are hustling.
Serve over! Service is over. Close the cash box now.
End of service, and we know we did well. But I think, did we as a team do enough?
My confidence was blown the minute I saw that raw meatball. I feel like I 100% let my team down, and we don't deserve to win.
Now, it's time to find out who sold more, the red team with their meatball sub, or the blue team with their steak taco. The team with the lowest sales will face the pressure test.
Congratulations, blue and red teams. You cooked 2 incredible food truck dishes. We've counted up the money, and together your teams have raised $985.
All the money will go to a Kraft-supported charity. In addition, Kraft Shredded Cheese will generously contribute an additional $5,000.
We've asked Silver E, one of Toronto's most popular street performers, to help us reveal the winning team.
Captains, please place your cash boxes in front of him.
And the winning team, by only $15.
Whoa. To lose by 3 items, that's like a kick in the face, and then the shin, and then like the ankle. Like, that's bad.
The winning team is the blue team.
Makes me sick to my stomach that we are literally $15 short.
$15.
I was a leader, I let my team down, and I let a raw meatball out.
3 tacos at the end.
at the end, 3 tacos.
The red team, you will now have to face the dreaded pressure test.
At the end of which, one of you will leave the MasterChef Canada kitchen for good.
I'm going into my 4th pressure test, my 4th. And you know what? My luck may run out. $15. $15, that's literally 3 subs.
Yeah.
3. Yeah, it's so sickening to my stomach, right? It's my 4th pressure test.
My 3rd.
One of us is going home.
It's the morning after the Food Truck Challenge and the home cooks return to the MasterChef Canada kitchen. While Tamara's blue team is safe from elimination, Eric's red team must face a pressure test that will send at least one of them home.
Whoever goes home, I'm gonna feel guilty because it's my fault doing the pressure test.
These pressure tests aren't easy. There's not a lot of room for errors. I'm extremely nervous.
Yesterday, you operated your own food trucks at Toronto's iconic City Hall. All of you did an absolutely outstanding job. You've made MasterChef Canada really proud. The blue team, led by Tamara, served up delicious Mexican food. Their tacos edged out the red team's meatball sub.
Eric, how did you think you did as a leader?
I think I let my team down. I mean, it was my fault. Raw meatball came out. It's completely unforgivable.
Kayla, this is your 4th pressure test.
It's wearing on me. They're tough. They're really tough.
You were a very effective team, but today it's every man and woman for themselves in the toughest pressure test yet.
This pressure test will result in at least one of you leaving the MasterChef Canada kitchen. And today, all of you will face that possibility. That's right. No one is safe today.
It's time to find out what you'll be making.
It's a culinary classic, a dessert.
I just hate desserts.
But not just any dessert. It's one of the grandest, most impressive restaurant dessert of all time.
It was created in the late 19th century at Delmonico's restaurant in New York City and named after the coldest state in the American Union.
Do you have any ideas what it is?
No idea.
I'm guessing it would be a baked Alaska. Probably one of the toughest desserts out there.
I actually have no clue what a baked Alaska is.
That's right.
Holy shit.
Baked Alaska. A majestic classic that, when conquered, is truly the mark of a master chef.
What?
I have no idea what it is.
The base is a moist, airy layer of sponge cake, brushed with the essence of a syrup or liqueur. The center of the dessert is a dome of rich ice cream. Surrounding the sponge and ice cream is thick, pillowy meringue, browned to perfection. Why don't you come up and take a look?
I literally think it's a joke, because I don't even think it's possible.
The trick to baked Alaska is making sure that whilst it's baking in a fiercely hot oven, that the ice cream doesn't melt. The meringue acts as an insulation. The right amount of thickness of that meringue is essential. Sponge, ice cream, and meringue married into one luxurious presentation. Please head to your stations. There you will find identical set of ingredients.
You have 80 minutes to prepare, bake, and present an individual-sized baked Alaska.
Your time starts now.
I'm very nervous.
Just be calm, Kayla. Be calm, okay?
Eric looks frazzled.
No, I have no clue who's going home. Could be any of us. Calmness levels all-time low. Hate desserts, never had one of these before.
This is an incredibly technically detailed dessert. There are 3 major components: the sponge, the ice cream, and a meringue that you want to get all over that dessert to insulate it, and then in a fiery hot oven.
You have to make sure that all 3 elements work perfectly together.
So the first step is make the ice cream, right? Agreed?
They have to be doing it now.
I'm most worried about ice cream. I've never made ice cream. I sure as hell have never baked ice cream. So worried? Yeah, I'm shitting my pants.
Kayla?
Hi.
So I see you preparing some strawberries, so you're not sticking with a classic.
No, I'm actually gonna do a riff on a Neapolitan ice cream. So I've done a chocolate sponge cake, a vanilla ice cream, and I'm gonna do a strawberry sauce.
Well, I've never seen your hand tremble quite so much as it is today, so I'm going to leave you with that and make sure that you watch the time.
You only have 45 minutes left.
Danielle, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
What do you have in there?
It's gonna be a maple pistachio ice cream. And then I'm gonna be brushing the sponge cake with a little bit of maple whiskey sauce.
You sure you're not taking a little bit of a risk there?
I'm definitely taking a risk, but it's MasterChef Canada Kitchen. It's time to start taking risks.
Who's going home today?
It's definitely not going to be me.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Your ice cream should be in there by now, so it'll freeze up solid.
I've made sponge cake a few times, so I am feeling pretty good.
Okay, guys, that sponge cake needs to be in the oven. Go, 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 get it in there.
I'm a little bit worried. Maybe this won't bake in time. I'm mixing the batter and I start folding in flour.
Julie?
Hi.
Baked Alaska challenge, got to be the toughest yet. Are you confident that you can pull all that off?
Yeah.
Looks like the flour is a little undermixed there. I would take that out with a spoon so you don't get that raw flour flavor.
Thank you.
I think Julie is having a meltdown.
I just came off Julie's station. She was taking her Genovese sponge, pouring it into the sheet pan, and the flour that is in there that is unmixed. I said to her, take it out, remix it so it mixes through nicely. She didn't take that advice. She just takes her spatula and mixes it through, throws it into the oven. If we find uncooked flour in that sponge cake, it could be the end.
Why wouldn't you take your advice at this stage of the game?
30 minutes. You only have 30 minutes left. Your last 30 minutes.
I open the oven and I pull out the cake, and it's not servable. I can see that there's too much moisture in the cake.
It's raw.
Is it?
It's raw.
I see Danielle, and she threw her cake in the garbage. And I think, what are you doing?
My sponge cake flopped. My eggs, I don't know if I under-whipped them or over-whipped them, but starting over. If my second sponge cake doesn't work, it's over. I am praying for an absolute miracle.
The home cooks are battling it out in the toughest pressure test yet.
Oh, shit!
Recreating one of the most difficult desserts ever invented, a baked Alaska. Danielle has ruined her first sponge cake and is now waiting to see if her second attempt works out. But she's not the only cook who's struggling.
They all look really scared. Not only that they have to make this hard dessert, but someone's gonna be going home.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm okay. I see Kayla go up and then go down.
Okay, I'm okay.
You're safe.
Oh my God, that girl will cook even if she has a broken arm. I start to mold my sponge cake and it's mushy. It is round globs of goo. Trying to salvage it and put it in a ring mold and cross my fingers. I pull out my second sponge cake.
Fuck me. And it's just as bad as first. I'm absolutely ticked. I have no time to make a third sponge cake. I have to use it.
Danielle's having a problem with her cake too, and I'm thinking maybe hers will be worse than mine.
10 minutes. You only have 10 minutes left. Come on. Your meringue should be going by now.
On the meringue, not the easiest of things to make. Separating those egg yolks from the white, making sure there's no contamination, because if you get a bit of that egg yolk into it, it is not going to become light and fluffy. Adding the right amount of sugar and then beating it so it is nice and stiff and easy to work with.
That's the key. It has to be stiff so that it creates an insulation around that ice cream.
It's time to put my meringue on my cake so I can start throwing it on. It looked like abstract art.
I'm pretty good at culinary engineering. When it comes to constructing things, you pretty much have to slop a bunch of meringue on and just even it out, smooth it out, and take a spoon and start dolloping to get those nice peaks.
You have 5 minutes. Start baking your Alaska.
When I put it in the oven, I'm actually a little bit proud that I've actually pulled this off.
My ice cream is solid, and my meringue is perfect. I put my baked Alaska in the oven. I feel like I have a little bit of hope.
Everyone's doing awesome, but Kayla is behind everybody.
A little bit worried about Kayla right now. She's got to get her baked Alaska in the oven.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left.
Kayla's got the torch going. That's probably a smart idea. If you don't have enough time, just fucking sear it.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, so my meringue isn't crisping up as much as I would like it to, so I'm just gonna blow torch the top of it really quickly. Don't know what it will do to the meringue, but it looks pretty.
Nice. Very smart, Kayla.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads up!
Great job.
Great job, guys.
Great job.
Time is up, and I'm definitely worried.
My baked Alaska looked like an igloo, but a really ugly igloo.
Please bring your baked Alaskas up to the front to be tasted.
Compared to the beginning, I definitely thought I was going home. Taking out my baked Alaska, I think I have a pretty good chance of winning this.
I know inside this meringue, my ice cream is soft. Right now, I'm not hoping to be the best. I'm hoping somebody screwed up more than I did.
Now the judges will taste each baked Alaska and decide which cooks stay and which cooks will leave the MasterChef Canada kitchen once and for all.
Eric.
Hello, Chef.
I tell ya, cuts beautifully. Sponge, nice and fluffy. Meringue, nicely crisp. That cake, to me, is beautiful. You tell me you cannot make dessert, eh? That doesn't say it. You tend to underrate yourself. Sometimes you have to pat yourself on the back.
Hey, Chef.
Eric.
Chef.
It is very good.
Thank you, Chef.
Danielle?
Chef, this is a maple pistachio baked Alaska.
Ice cream was a little soft.
Yeah.
The sponge is a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Ice cream was soft.
Yeah, it was.
I'm guessing it's because of the insulation of the sponge below. That made the ice cream melt on you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Not your finest work.
Definitely not. I want this bad. I do not want to go home on a stupid dessert.
This is intense, man.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
You think you honored a classic?
I did.
Some nice layers happening here. Sponge cake, right in the bottom. It looks a little grainy. Did you incorporate all the flour?
I tried to.
Because it looks like there's raw flour in here. Wow, I've never seen a baked Alaska with raw flour. That might be very costly for you.
Yes, I know that.
Julie,
Hi.
looks like the loading of the meringue got a little carried away there, huh?
Yeah.
Good success on the ice cream, though, by the looks of it. I had mentioned to you about the
Yes, you did.
flour and the sponge. Listen, the texture of the meringue is good, the ice cream is good.
Not listening to Chef Michael could send me home.
It's MasterChef Canada's most grueling pressure test yet. And so far, both Julie's and Danielle's baked Alaskas have fallen flat.
Not your finest work.
Definitely not.
Now there's just one more tasting to go before the judges decide who keeps their aprons and who goes home for good.
Nice 3 layers.
Thank you.
What's the flavor of the sponge on the bottom?
The flavor of the sponge is chocolate.
Were you happy with the way the sponge turned out?
It was a little bit fudgy, or more than spongy, but the flavor's really good.
You're right. It's fudgy.
Yes, Chef.
Almost like a brownie, if you wish. Thank you.
I saw you using a blowtorch.
Where did you learn that trick from?
I just wanted to get a little bit darker. I thought it would be a good idea.
Well, what's a good idea? Definitely got it darker. It's different.
Where's the sponge cake? Look at that brown thing. Look at that. It doesn't look very appealing, does it?
No, chef.
Flavor's nice. Took some risks here. And unfortunately, some of them don't pay off too well.
Yes, chef.
A baked Alaska is not an easy dessert. At least one of you will be leaving the competition. We've got some tough decisions to make.
This is a tough decision. This one is very close. She had a problem with her ice cream, she had a problem with the sponge, and she even admitted she had a problem with the meringue.
I think at the end, she pulled it off.
I don't think it's a landslide on either side.
So are you saying there could be 2 people going home?
Potentially. Potentially. This was a very tough pressure test, and we had to make some very tough decisions.
We admired the tenacity that you all displayed in the face of a very daunting dessert. But only one of you plated a baked Alaska that we'd be proud to serve. And that home cook was Eric. Congratulations, Eric.
Thank you, chef.
Please take off your apron and head up to the gallery.
Thank you. I'm ecstatic. I mean, I'm relieved, but I just couldn't believe that I had the best baked Alaska.
Eric is full of shit. I'm absolutely tired of Eric saying that he can't bake.
The home cook that made the second best baked Alaska was plagued by an issue that continues to hold her back. Please step forward. Julie. You continue not to listen and question our expertise. Today, you were lucky. There were 2 home cooks who made even more mistakes than you did. You've got to change your ways. Please take off your apron and go upstairs.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, I thought they were gonna cut her for a second.
I think Julie is really lucky, and I think that was her last warning.
Kayla and Danielle, your baked Alaska had many of the same problems.
Neither of you made desserts that are worthy of this competition.
What?
But one dessert, despite all its errors, tasted good enough to save the person who made it. And that dessert belonged to Kayla. Kayla, take off your apron and head upstairs, please.
I am so excited for Kayla. She has proven herself. She has worked her butt off, and you know what? Her cake tasted better, and that's what it's all about.
Danielle, you had moments in this competition when you doubted yourself. But again and again, you came back with strength and determination. You're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for. We're glad Canada has had the opportunity to see what an extraordinary cook you are. Your 3 kids back in Cranbrook must be very proud of you, because their mother is a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you.
Come up here and let's say goodbye.
Thank you. As much as it is disappointing to go home, I'm going home to 3 most amazing kids in the world.
Your cheesecake was the best of the bunch.
I gave it everything I could, and I know my daughter's gonna be proud of me. I want people to know that if you want something, work for it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do something, and always give it your all.
Danielle, who's going to be the first MasterChef Canada?
It was a love-hate relationship, and I hope everyone keeps underestimating her. Honestly, Kayla's gonna kill it.
Thank you, Danielle.
On the next episode of MasterChef Canada.
Come on up.
The top 7 confront the biggest mystery box yet.
Oh, yes!
My stomach's turning at this point.
And an elimination challenge tests teamwork and skill.
Switch!
With shocking results.
For God's sake, get the colander. That will send us home.